just like that, we're back. Not really. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your incredible patience. I really am sorry for everything that just happened. We're never touching slobs again. Um, Regular OBS for us. For those of you who don't understand, it's stupid stuff with software. We apologize profusely. I apologize. But back to where we were. Yes, we're having the Facebook contest, Race to 7,000. It's almost done. After that, we have the contest for getting to 200 followers on Twitch, which this was not a big help for. We apologize again. We are looking to do. We're giving away another set of minis. There's some incredible high definition minis that include a set trio of heroes, a wood elf druid, or sorry, I say an elven druid. It can be either type of elf, a human rogue, and a dragonborn paladin or fighter, your choice. And then they comes with a bar scene, which includes the most badass looking bar contender ever, a waitress, and the bar setup, which is the bar, tables, chairs, basic throw terrain for a bar area, and the mysterious stranger smoking a cigar in the corner, sitting in a chair, who doesn't look like any particular character from the Lord of the Rings whatsoever. It also comes with a very large hearth with a stag's head over it that looks badass. So those are all going to be printed out HD quality, and they're going to be sent to the winner that we're going to draw from our followers on Twitch. And those followers are going to be, once we hit 200 followers, we're going to automatically draw that. And finally, our last contest is our Twitch contest for our subscribers only. This contest, we are giving away a set of the D&D core set of gaming books, which includes the Player's Guide, the Monstrous Manual, and the DMG, plus a storyteller screen. And it's in this handy slipcover, which will keep your books from falling over your shelf, and looks badass as well. We're going to give that away to one lucky subscriber to our channel on the 5th of September. That's going to be the date that we actually host our dinner conversation show. And so it's going to start at 7 p.m. Central Time, and we will draw the winner during the show. So, for all those things, go to our Facebook page, like and follow us there. Go to our Twitch, follow us. And if you want to have a chance at winning the books, subscribe. Remember, if you have Amazon Prime, it is a free subscription. And if you have, because you get one free subscription with Amazon Prime, and if you don't have Amazon Prime, it's $6 for 1 month. $6 for a chance to win about $125 worth of books. Now, one other thing we wanted to point out once again is that we are also participating in the Extra Life charity event that started just this month and runs through November. Extra Life is a charity that helps children's hospitals. Gamers go out and collect money pledged by their fans and their supporters, and then those fans, and then that money goes towards supporting different children's hospitals all across the country. It's an incredibly worthy cause. Our links are up for it, are up on the Facebook page. We want you to go ahead and help us knock out our goals. Our total goal is $2,000. We're doing $1,000 for the Clay County Children's Hospital here in the Fort Worth area, and we're doing another $1,000 to the general fund for Extra Life, which is basically a fund they use to fund other hospitals that have not received any direct contributions and are basically relying on just other charitable donations. So when we're trying to blow that $2,000 goal out of the water, we have, or should I say, Dinner and a Game has contributed $100 to both funds already. So if you guys can help us out in any way, shape, or form, we'd love to make sure that this is an extra special holiday by making sure we get those donation marks knocked out of the water. The last day for this is going to be November 7th, which is my beautiful wife's birthday. And we're going to be doing some event on the 7th because we want to try and, end the drive with some kind of wonderful charity event, and we'll be doing that then. And we also have we're also going to be doing one other thing, talk about one thing real quick, and that is promoting a local gaming store. Now, we are promoting a gaming store once in the Houston area. It's Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasies Houston. This store is up near the Tomball area. It's 21151 Tomball Parkway, Houston, Texas 77070. It is a We got the wrong store up.
Well, we
That's
didn't really
because-
discuss it beforehand.
So
That
we
is
did while
we-
you were busy.
That is true. That was my
Yeah,
fault.
while you were busy, we did something with Meg. Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing
Well then, please
Night Watch
go
games
right
in
ahead.
San Antonio. I do not have the address because I don't have
Meg
that link
posted
up.
up the link.
Awesome. But yes.
And Night Watch Games is
An absolutely amazing game store. Right now they're having the same problem that a lot of game stores are having, COVID and everything, but online shopping for the win, things like that. They do the curbside thing. I don't remember
I
what
don't
it's
know.
called. I think that's just
Yeah,
curbside.
Curbside pickup.
Yeah. So that's what they're doing. And by the way, we are at 6801 right now.
Thank you very much. All right, so and don't worry about it, Meg. That was my fault. I should have. I was supposed to send that stuff to you before show, and I didn't again because I am. Yeah, we're gonna do some reassigning of things. I need to delegate some because I'm frying.
Yeah, well, let me start
Anyways, on to
doing
the
the
next.
game store
Yeah,
thing.
on to the next. Oops, let's go this way. All right, so tonight we're going to be once again launching, or not launching, but we're just going to engaging with our Eberron campaign. Last we left off, our brave and intrepid heroes went on a rescue mission. They were dealing with a house, one of the richest houses in the city of Sharn, which is also one of the richest houses in Covair, which is the continent that they currently reside on. This house is one of the most influential houses and made a lot of their money off of war profiteering during the 100-year-long civil war that this continent is now currently recovering from. You guys have basically been drawn into some kind of sordid web of intrigue. You originally were contacted by a member of the Watch, a Sergeant Valentine, who basically told you that the Watch was hiring for adventurers because they had become so overwhelmed with all the problems with crime and everything like that, with all the refugees that have been coming, who are basically making their way out of the more war-torn areas and trying to make their way somewhere safer to find work. So the Watch, being overwhelmed, has been employing groups of adventurers and giving them assignments to basically handle what they told you was less dangerous work. So you guys went and hang on a second. One moment, please. Yeah, sorry guys. So as I was saying, you guys were contracted by the Watch to take on missions that they told you were less dangerous, but in the end, you guys ended up breaking up a illegal mining excavation that was being controlled by a group called the DOSC, which is an organized crime syndicate that's very, very influential within the city of Sharn. You guys managed to not only discover that the DOSC were running it, but discover that they had been bribing the Patriarch of House Orion to fund the dig and to use House Orion's good name, to recruit refugees. Specifically, they are recruiting Warforged refugees. Warforged, or a type of animated mechanical constructs that are actually infused and given actual life through magic. So they have free will. They are their own people, but they were used during the conflict as soldiers, and that's what they originally were constructed to be. Since the end of the Civil War, they were granted their freedom, and a lot of them have been trying to find their way in the world, and Sharn is a place that they've been coming to look for work. House Orion's name was used to recruit these Warforged for this dig project, and the Warforged had started disappearing. So there was apparently a Warforged who had come to Sergeant Valentine with information regarding one of the Warforged who had disappeared, and linking this information back to House Orion. You guys were assigned to find this Warforged, whose name was Cole, and get the information from them and bring them back. When you found Cole, Cole told you what had happened. You were attacked by a hit squad from the Dask crime syndicate, and you basically managed to get Cole out of there, save Cole's life. Cole gave you the information he had, which basically implicated House Orion in the whole sordid situation. And you basically got smuggled Cole out of town, and then went and confronted Lord Orion, who I guess you would say confessed. That they were, but told you guys that his son had been, an heir to the house, had been kidnapped and was being held for ransom. Not ransom, was being held as a form of blackmail to force House Orion to continue to both fund the dig and to set up the situation to allow House Orion's name to be associated with the hiring process in order to, help people be hired on easier. You guys found your way down to the dig site. And in a very almost costly battle, you guys managed to free all the Warforged who were still being trapped there and rescue the Lord's son. You brought the Lord's son back to him, although he was not in the best shape, but you brought him back alive. And he was very grateful, and he set up a dinner to honor you all. During the dinner, you guys were presented to a lot of the upper echelon of both nobility and resources in Sharn. And you were honored by Lord Orion at the dinner itself. But towards the end of the dinner, someone attacked House Orion itself. And there was one of the sky ships, because there are sky ships here, but they're powered by magic. One of the sky ships was forced to crash into and crashed through the protective bubble around House Orion and crashed into the upper level of the castle. And then a huge attack squad of gnolls came crashing in through the gate once the shield was taken down. You guys fought off the gnolls, giving everyone at the president of the party time to get into the house, at which time the magical security that protects the gardens and the grounds was activated, and the gnolls were destroyed. But when you guys came back out, you saw that another skiff took off from behind the house, and one of the guards came out and said that the boy had been kidnapped, that another assault squad had gone around the back of the house to the boy's room and basically taken him. Lord Orion gave you his sky sled and told you to chase them down and find them. You guys chased them down and found them at the lightning rail station, and a huge fight ensued. And you guys were still... you guys hadn't got any rest or any time to recoup after the fight at the estate. So you basically went and had this huge fight. It was massive, and many of you dropped several times, but you managed to stay up with some clutch actions by your cleric, some hellish sacrifices by your monk. Astrid took one for the team, like, what, 3 times?
Several times.
At least 3 times.
A few times.
Yeah.
A few times.
Yep.
Oh, she's our favorite yo-yo.
Yep. And you guys managed to actually take down everyone. During the kidnapping, it was discovered that the Kalishtar, who is the advisor to Lord Orion, Vastiani, was the source of how these people got into the estate somehow, because he left with them. And you guys saw him, and he was holding the child in the train station. And he attempted to escape with the child, but Bastion managed, through sheer determination and outright stubbornness, managed to stop him from escaping with the child onto the train. So you guys have but during the entire combat, one horrible thing happened. One of the gnolls, seeing the fight going south, and gnolls being an exceptionally
Ruthless?
These particular band of
Horrible.
gnolls especially, being ruthless and sadistic, they killed the boy. And your cleric, once again, clutched it and had gentle repose prepared, perhaps because, she hangs out with Aster too much. But had gentle repose prepared, and actually managed to cast it on the boy, which stopped his body from gave time to his body without being able to actually pass on. So the boy was put in this suspended animation. And so you guys managed to get the boy out of the train station, and literally where we're going to be taking up is right at the moment as the battle has ended, and you guys are getting yourself together. And I believe the last thing we left off with was Bastion, and I think it was either Bastion and Xander, or just Bastion was tying up the Kalishtar.
Both of us.
Yeah,
it was both of us. We had tied him up, and
Powder
I
was
had
looting the
gone
gnolls.
over. Powder was looting the gnolls, and I had gone over to the boy and taken off my cloak, and I had wrapped him up in my cloak.
Mm-hmm.
And I was picking him up and then carrying him over to the group.
Mm-hmm.
So
So
we've already got Vishtai secured.
Bound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah,
And I'm. Yeah.
I don't remember what we rolled exactly, but I know I rolled a survival check, and I remember it was a good survival check to tie him up.
yes.
And I didn't get the time because we were wrapping up and we had run so quickly. But I would definitely mention to Xander that he needs, as I'm holding the kid and wrapping him up, that don't forget to gag him.
Oh, already on it. As I'm taking my monogrammed handkerchief and just tying it in his mouth.
Tying it to his mouth. He's
Yeah.
not saying a damn thing.
Yeah, that's the thing about casters. Some of their spells only require them to shout.
Yeah.
You don't have to tell me. As I'm kind of, yeah. Anyways.
Got it. No problem. So what are you guys gonna do? The skiff is waiting for you outside.
Can I roll an investigation check?
Oh, absolutely.
The first roll.
Oh no.
May I also roll an
A sign of
additional
good
save?
things.
Hang on one second.
A sign of good things to come.
I've got to do one thing real fast because I didn't have this up. Alrighty. Let's move some things out of the way so we can see this. I should have cleared the rolling tray because you guys roll those billions of rolls.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
All right. So yes,
Yeah,
that
I
is
rolled-
not a
I
great
rolled
investigation check.
168.
May I try?
Huh?
I
What are
tried.
you? Well, Joey, you're the healer. What you've got a lot of people who are still down. You said you were casting prayer of healing, if I
I did.
remember correctly. That takes 10
Mhm.
minutes.
No, I did cast that, and I asked.
No. That we literally
Oh, okay.
they were tying people up. It takes 10 minutes to cast it.
I got you.
So
No,
you're occupied.
Yes,
Could
I.
Astrid help me and give me advantage?
Yeah.
Not
I
after
can.
the roll.
Oh yeah, true.
Oh, but I could. But I
I
could
could-
also.
Yes.
I could give you guidance before the roll.
Well, yeah,
the die's been
the roll's
cast.
been rolled.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
die is
Roll has
I
cast.
wanted to
been
do that
rolled.
beforehand.
Next time.
Next
We're
time.
gonna miss the super important key plot item that one of the gnolls had in his hand.
The letter incriminating everyone. No. All right. So you
Yes.
guys.
So how do I make a roll? I don't even
You
know
bring
how
up
to
your
do this.
bring up your character sheet, bring up your skills tab. Oh, by the way, ladies and gentlemen,
Uh-huh.
we switched to Fantasy Grounds. We last week.
Yeah, it's so exciting.
Yeah, the last game. Yeah, so exciting. The last game we had a huge amount of problems with Roll20. It absolutely would not even let us play, and so we have decided. Roll20 is a great setup for the most part. We just had a lot of technical issue with it, and as you can tell, we love fighting technical issues. So when Roll20 decided to do its own thing, we decided to part company with Roll20. So,
Figured it out, and I rolled a 1.
Hey.
there you go. So, all right. So you guys are searching the gnolls. You find roughly that they all have money pouches on them that have about grand total.
Ooh.
All the gnolls in total, there's about 125 gold pieces worth of assorted coin.
I do not have prayer of healing up.
Oh, then you couldn't have cast it.
Mm-mm. No, I mean I had it up last time. I don't have it up today. Since I chose my spell
Oh.
for today, this morning.
Well, you had them prepared last time. You have to stick with the ones from last time.
Yep.
Yeah, well, again, I didn't have this last time either. So, whatever. It's just erase that. I guess I'll do what?
I don't
Upcast healing word or upcast cure wounds?
We already took all the healing, and I don't remember how much healing it was.
I don't either.
Yeah, I definitely did not have 16 HP at the end of the last fight.
I did not have 23.
You rolled.
Me neither.
You already rolled the prayer of healing.
Yeah.
We'll just change out one of your spells. Pick one of your spells right now, name it, and it is now Prayer of Healing.
Raven Feeblement.
Okay, that's now Prayer of
That's
Healing.
one of your. That's one of your.
Those are your domain spells.
That's one of your domain spells.
You can't pick that one. You have to have that.
Oh.
That one's always prepared.
Lesser Restoration? I don't know.
Okay.
That one,
Right, yeah,
that one
yeah.
comes from your house. And it has to be a second level spell because Prayer of Healing is second level.
The only other thing I
Is Prayer of Healing
got.
second level or first level?
Second level.
Second level. So it has to be.
So
a
she
second
can pick
level
a first level spell. She could change out either or because she's a
spell. Oh
cleric.
yeah. You
Yeah.
can't do restoration though because that comes from your dragon mark.
Okay, Shield of Faith.
That
There
works.
you go. That
Shield of
works.
Faith
I mean,
Perfect.
it's a first level spell.
Yeah.
You can do that.
Well,
Um,
it's
question,
It's
so-
spells
Prayer
now,
of
not
healing
necessarily
is
levels.
2d8,
She already rolled it last session.
but it is 2d8.
Yes.
I believe
Right.
so.
Okay, so she rolled a 5. I'm looking at roll 20 right now.
Okay.
There's 5 total. That's how much you got back.
That sounds
Anyways,
about right.
continue.
Continuing. All right. So that. So basically, while she's casting Prayer of Healing, you guys are looting the corpses. You guys tied up the Vastani, and are you just guys gonna just start heading back up to the sky coach?
Yeah, honestly,
Yes.
We
Just
should get
like,
out of here.
Astrid, somebody, can you help me carry this? As I point to Vistani, all tied up. I would like I require some help, please.
Yeah, I'll help.
Thank you.
Alrighty.
And yes, on to the sky coach we go.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm assuming Bastion that you're carrying the boy.
Yep.
Boy.
Yes. So, and did anyone bother to heal Vastani until
He
to
was
the point of-
stabilized.
She spared the dying.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you can basically get him awake enough and
Mhm.
drag him up the stairs. After,
Did you want me to just do a medicine
No.
thing? Because
Nope.
I'm not
No,
wasting
he's
a
fine.
spell slot on him.
He's fine. He's
oh
Nope.
yeah.
No. Keep
So,
him
by
on.
the way, everyone gets 25 gold.
Woohoo.
Oh,
Split that up
okay.
evenly.
And if anyone wants to
Oh,
take any of the
see.
Gnoll's weapons, they are mainly using spears. Each one of them had a short sword on them, and they basically that was pretty much it. Like that one Gnoll was just using his claws.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at the big ass Gnoll and I'm like,
He's in
perhaps I'll
Scout
send. Yeah, I'm gonna be like, perhaps I will send somebody by later to mount his head above my fireplace.
They don't usually like stuffing intelligent beings, even the really sick ones.
That's brutal.
Yep, that's pretty.
Yeah, that's a no for me.
All right, so you guys make it back up to
Don't
Sky
torture
Coach.
the Kalistar. We'll just put the intelligent being's head on our wall.
Yeah, I know, right?
Went a little dark, but okay. But anyway, so you guys are going. So you guys head back to the Sky Coach. As you get there, the coachmaster watches you walk up with the boy, and he's like, "Is that?"
Never you mind. Let's just get out of here.
And he kind of like blinks twice, and he kind of looks around, and he says, "Very well, get in."
All right.
Okay, now do you think we should take him to his house or to mine?
That is a good question.
Joey knows that it's never free.
I don't have the money to revive him.
We should take him. We should take him back.
The minimum right
his
now,
house.
because he's been gentle reposed, and he was gentle reposed within a minute of him dying. Revivify will still work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we should take him back to.
His home?
I think we should absolutely take him to
home.
We should take him to House Jurasco, because I mean, I think between the five of us, we can pool our money and then get it back from what's his name? Of course I remember his name, because my notebook is over there. But
Lord Orion.
Orion.
yes, Lord D'Orion.
I know Lord Orion does have some of my family on staff at all times. I
You know
can
the
tell
boy's
you that.
nanny. The boy's nanny is from your family.
Yeah. So
She came up
Then-
and talked to you.
then- Let's
I-
make it back to House D'Orion. Lickety split.
Okay. Do I know if she has the ability to care for him?
More than likely. Well, actually, no. You don't know. Actually, make me a history check. It's an odd thing to use for that, but it's the nearest thing we're gonna have to it.
Sorry. That's
On your skills. Ouch.
Make me a
And
do
you're
you know
even-
enough about your own family?
Yeah.
check.
Well, no. Her family is a business as well, so the family
Yeah.
is
No,
fairly
I know.
huge.
I know, but didn't she like call her cousin whenever we
Yeah,
were
they
there?
call each other call each other cousins.
Okay.
yeah.
It's
Well, I was just
it's
wondering.
it's a polite term when you meet
It's a
someone
big.
else.
It's a big family.
Yeah. Everybody's your cousin.
It's a big family.
Yeah, older
Even when you
family
get
is
engaged,
called
it's
auntie,
your cousin.
auntie or uncle. The older, the
Fake
next
fake
generation
cousin,
up.
fake cousin,
Yeah,
fake mom,
cousins.
fake dad.
Yeah,
Fake. All right. So
and they will all whoop your ass
you
if
don't
you walk through
remember
the
what
house.
what her ranking was within House Jalisco?
Mhm.
You do know for a fact
Jurasco.
that she wasn't Jurasco. Weird. Sorry, my Alexa just started talking randomly. House Jurasco is a huge, and the amount of people who can do like spells like True Resurrection are very few in number. Even the ones who get to the power level that they can do Revivify are very few in number. Because you gotta remember, in Eberron, magic is common, but major magics are still rare because very few people have the rarefied ability to focus enough to get to that degree and level of power. What usually happens is people learn basic magics and smaller magics that they can then make a profit off of, creating small items and small stuff like that. So they usually end up not going any farther because they have to spend so much time just trying to support themselves with what little skills they have created. So, yeah, even finding people to cast Revivify is there's definitely going to be people from your house here in town who can do it, but it's definitely not going to be free even for a member of the house.
So we're headed to the House Orion, I think.
Correct.
All right. So he begins the Sky Coach pilot begins driving back to House Orion, and you can see that the guards are kind of finishing up, like policing up the bodies. You can see that there's actual watch, a very large platoon of watch that are kind of standing in that are moving around, helping the house guards. And as you come in for a landing, you see that Sergeant Valentine is there, and she's talking to the head of the house guards that you guys spoke to during the dinner, and that was one of the people who was leading the house guards fight against the Gnolls. And as the coach lets down, they're both walking up to the coach itself, and they kind of like Valentine kind of like opens the door and steps out of the way, and as you guys kind of step down, you guys see their faces go pale as Bastion steps out holding the small package.
I'm just like, quick, we need a healer. We need somebody who can revive him.
And Valentine looks around and she goes, "You!" And she points to one of her guards. She says, "Send for Lieutenant Bastion now." Or not Bastion, sorry. I saw your name. I saw your name tag. I was actually trying to say Bartholomew. Because it was both B's. It says, "Send for Lieutenant Bartholomew right now." And she kind of looks around. And she says, "And tell him to bring one from the coffer." So the guy just takes off running. And he actually, what happens is he runs 3 steps. And then he kind of like slaps something on his chest. And mechanical wings fold out from his back. And you see them glow briefly. And he's lifted off in the air. And he just starts sailing out over this town.
Just like, I've got to get me one of those.
I'm like, I want some of those so damn bad.
Powder is also eyeing those.
Powder, you recognize them as a magical construct.
I don't want them.
I don't want them.
I'm terrified of heights.
So
suddenly everybody wants something, you don't want it. Oh.
What do you guys, as they're flying off, you see a lot of people are kind of gathered around. Most of the nobles who are here, or the contingent of the wealthy who are here for the party, have left. But there are still a number of them. They may be close friends of House Orion, or they may just be here for spectacle. But they're still standing around. So hang on one second. So they're basically looking at you, and as you guys are you just standing there holding the boy wrapped up?
I would say something.
Yeah,
I would say
I'm just kind of I'm holding him, and like I'm just looking to Alden, and
Alden's not there.
No, he's not there.
No, it's his captain of his guard. And it's Lieutenant Sergeant Valentine has shown up as well.
Yeah, then I would start moving towards the house. Like I would start moving in. Like if we're just like out in their front yard, basically, like.
Gotcha. Yeah. As you start walking towards the door.
No place.
Yeah, as you start walking towards the door, Valentine's like, "Oh yes, yeah, well, yes," and she kind of like looks her head, chin, nods, and like a group of her men just surround you and are walking you all into the house. Okay. And Valentine says, step aside, and she's like, clear the way, and everyone kind of like parts, but everyone is watching this very somber procession walking into the house. The doors are big enough to where the entire procession can walk right in. As you guys are walking in, remember I described the main area as being a huge round-like entryway with two staircases going up and along the outer walls, and a big archway that led back further into the house that had 2 double doors that were closed. And when you guys ran in, and this has a huge marble floor with a giant head of a unicorn inlaid in the tile, etched into. It looks like the unicorn head is created out of veins of marble, natural forming veins of marble within the stone. And then but this forms a silver unicorn's head on the stone floor. But as you're walking in, you see there's like spots of blood here and there, and there's people. There's still people who are hurt who are laying here waiting for healers to arrive. And as you walk in, you see Lord Alden. He's across a room, and he is talking very animatedly with one of those 2 gentlemen who was yelling at the head of the magic school earlier that evening. And he looks over, and he sees you all, the procession, walking in. And as the procession walks in, the guards ahead of you, Bastion, because you're kind of leading the way with Sergeant Valentine beside you. As you're walking in, the guards ahead of you kind of just fall off to one side or the other, basically revealing you.
I was gonna say, before they do that, can I kind of like the boy is wrapped up, right?
Yes.
Can I use prestidigitation to kind of clean up the whatever he's wrapped in, so it doesn't look all raggedy and
Well, it's
Try-
Bastard's
Well,
cloak.
so it's my cloak, so it looks raggedy, no matter
Oh
how much
God.
you clean it.
You would actually need to use
And
mending.
so I am all like usually I'm hiding my appearance, like I'm hiding underneath that cloak when I'm up here, so I'm very exposed at this point. And I'm just kind of like walking forward, like my head's still down, but I'm holding the boy, kind of cradling him outwards a little bit. And like
As you're
the
walking
second
forward-
that I can see Alden, I'm gonna look at him and just I'm just giving him this look that's just I'm so sorry.
He has no eyes for you at all. He is looking at what you're holding in your arms. And as you're walking forward, you can hear it as you get closer. You didn't realize when you're still across the room, you didn't realize that he was doing anything. But as you're walking across the room carrying the boy, you just hear it. It's real low, but the closer you get, it gets louder. And he starts out just like, no, 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 no,
Yeah.
no, no, no.
My lord, I'm so sorry.
You were supposed to save him.
We still can. We still can.
At this point,
Madame
just like-
Jarasco was able to preserve him.
He
He's on the way.
He turns, like he was red, like anger, rage. When you say she was able to preserve him, he literally just goes shock white. And he kind of staggers and puts an arm out, and the guy beside him kind of holds him up, reaches out an arm. He's like, and he says, Alden, it'll be fine. It's House Jarasco. They can work miracles. You know that. He's like, she says, if she couldn't do it herself, then we have access to the best. You know it'll be fine. And Alden, Lord Orion, kind of looks at him, and he kind of looks at you all, and he says, bring him inside. And he spins around, and he kind of like gestures with one hand, and kind of like, and these huge, shining silvery doors that you realize are at least coated in mithril, swing silently open, and there is a huge like living area beyond this. And he walks into the living area, and it's set out for like, there's a huge hearth across the way with giant glass windows that go 30 feet up into the air. The roof is vaulted over your head. There is, there's a large dining area off to the left-hand side. There's a huge sitting area with couches and settees and large chairs. And he comes walking over, and he sits down very quietly, and he turns around. He walks in the room, and he turns around. He sits down very quietly in a huge chair, and he just holds out his arms. He says, give me my boy.
I'm still kind of cradling him. I'm going to only unwrap the like essentially like from the shoulders up. And I'm going, as I'm passing him over, I'm just going to kind of like keep my hand on the rest of the wrap so it doesn't come undone as I set him down in his lap. And I say, do not worry, my lord. We will fix this. All will be right.
When you say we'll fix this, his head just snaps up and his eyes meet yours, and he says, how would you even think this could be fixed?
As I kind of like
he's looking, he's like looks down at his boy's face, and he's like, this is my child, and he has been through hell twice. Even if they bring him back, what has been done to him can never be made right.
and I'm gonna be like, because Astrid and I are still carrying, oh, what's his name, and it's like, well, and I kind of motion Astrid to help me set him down. Well, here's your here's the one to blame right here. We managed to take him back alive, so that you may have your. And I don't even finish it. I just kind of bow and step out of the way.
He says, he kind of looks up. He says, "Captain Peregrine." And the same guy, the captain of the guard, comes walking up, and he's kind of looks and he's like, "Just take him out of my sight for now." And Peregrine nods, and two men come walking up, and they basically just hook him under the elbows and start dragging him away. And as they drag him away, he's regained consciousness somewhat. He still looks horrible, beaten, bloodied, and he kind of as they're hooking him on the arms and lifting up, he lifts his head for a second, and he stops and he kind of like says, "It's all your fault, All you had to do was pay them. All you had to do was pay
He
them.
can't talk.
It's just
He's
money."
gagged.
Huh? Oh,
He's gagged. He can't talk.
Yeah, we gagged him.
Oh,
he
that's
was
right.
gagged.
That's right. Oh wait, sorry. He's a Kalishtar.
He's telepathic.
Yeah, he's telepathic. And he is broadcasting this to everyone within 30 feet. It is not just to Alden. He says, "It didn't matter until it was your boy. It didn't matter until it was your blood." He says,
So
"I hope you enjoy it." And he spits.
as much as one can with a
Yeah,
with a gag in his mouth.
let's pretend he
So
spits.
I'm gonna walk over as he's saying this and just like backhand him in the face.
Yeah, he's still so torn up and he hasn't had any healing. You backhand him, and it's basically
Yeah,
he's out again.
Just backhand him.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna let them take him away.
Yeah.
Assuming not to kill him, but to just knock him out.
No, just shut the fuck up, dude. Like just shut up. Like just shut up. This is not the time or the place right now.
All right.
Tensions are high enough, thank you. And I'm going to make my way back over to Alden, and I'm going to say, my lord, I apologize once again for this. And I motion down to the boy. I say, we did
He's-
recover
He's
the
been
person
he's
behind the
stroking the
attack.
boy's hair.
Your boy will be made whole. Your family will be made whole.
Stop saying that. And he's stroking the boy's head. He's not looking up at you. He's like, "This can never be made better. I have failed him as a father. No matter what happens from this point on, all the hell he's gone through will be with him forever. And he'll know it was my fault. That I couldn't protect him. No matter how much I had." He kind of like takes the boy and kind of sets him aside. You notice as he stands up, he was wearing an incredible, beautiful silver surcoat from dinner, and it had already been kind of cut up and torn apart and a little bit of blood on it. He had obviously been helping with the wounded and stuff like that. But as he stands up, there is a new dark stain on the front of his coat because he was holding the boy to him. And he kind of looks down at it, and he kind of looks up at you, and he says, "No matter what happens, there's blood on the water now. We may be seeing the ending days of this house. But we will see to it that we make sure our debts are paid. Tomorrow,
Yes, my lord.
you will report to our forges in Kemshad. It is just one stop on the rail. And when you arrive there, they will begin building you all any item you desire. It'll be some of the finest works that my forges have ever produced. No matter what, you brought my boy back. All the rest is my fault. But you brought him back. Now, I know that this is not fair. But please forgive me if I do not want to fucking see you right now. You will be put up in the same inn you were put up before the party. Get rest. Tomorrow there will be tickets waiting for you. Take the rail to Camshed. Enjoy the fruits of your success. May we never see each other again. And Valentine, who's still there, kind of clears her throat. And she kind of like...
We all turn around.
I bow my head and I excuse myself.
Yeah, Valentine's walking with you. Kessie, are you muted or?
Yeah,
Yes.
she's muted.
I can see you talking.
Yes, I am. Yep. Sorry.
What were you saying?
Sorry. Nothing. It wasn't anything important.
You said it. It's important. What'd you say?
No, I was just like, yep. Just getting on out of here.
Exit stage left.
All right. So Valentine walks out with you, and she says, as you guys are getting out and walking towards the gate, she says, "There is something happening in Sharn. A shake-up from the top to the bottom." She says, "Go to Kamshad, do as he says, but get back. I'm going to need you. Other things have been happening while you were busy. And this is not going to be those simple assignments that you've been getting. The next assignments may be even more dire."
Yes, let's see what new house we can piss off this time.
She's like, "Oh, trust
More
me."
dire situations means more big paychecks.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
But that's not even
No.
that's not the end of it. House Dusk knows who you are. That's what I was trying to say. Keep your eye out. They're going to be gunning for you. How and why and what type of resources they're willing to expend at this point, I don't know. But they had Lord Orion's son twice. And you thwarted them twice.
I wouldn't say that.
And she kind of looks at you sadly and she says, "No, the boy may have gone through hell, but he is still here. Wounds heal. He has a family with resources beyond measure. They will up their security. They will be more cautious now. They believe that their status protected them too much.
Can you let me know
Don't worry,
if
Lieutenant Bartholomew is more than capable. Your spell has guaranteed that the boy will be restored.
no, just let me know when or how it's done, please, or who does it?
Lieutenant Bartholomew will do it. He's our resident cleric.
Oh, okay. Is he a Drasco?
No. He's
Jermaine,
just a good healer. But
Jermaine, I have a question.
yes,
What will become of the Kalistar?
What became of
Do
the
you have
Kalistar?
do you have any hungry dogs?
I would very much like to be present for it,
Bastion,
if
I
possible.
won't be present for it. The Kalistar no longer exists. Unless she just wants us to take care of, or unless he just wants us to take care of it. Unless he doesn't want to have his fatherly right. Orion, despite the fact that it was a house that dealt in arms, what I know of Lord Orion is, when it comes to actions, he is not directly bloodthirsty. Whether or not that will hold true after this, we have to wait and see. It's not... Whatever's happening is happening on all levels. We've had different actions that have taken place on these nights that make it clear that something is stirring within the heart of Sharn, and that the city is in for a time of great upheaval. House Dosk would never be as bold as they have been, were not something greater afoot. So, whether or not he wants to question the man, you weren't invited. And if he wants to question the man will be put to the question by professionals. The best money can buy. If you think you hold a candle to them, you are far too delusional. And then after they're done with him, if the Lord wishes, he'll be put up on trial, as it were, and executed, publicly or any other way, if the Lord's questioners leave enough of him left to be executed.
How delightfully descriptive. But I think that, all things considered, it wasn't so terrible.
We survived.
That
We did.
did.
We almost didn't.
On a technicality, everyone survived.
Yes. All the people.
Well,
I
except for all the
almost
gnolls
didn't a
you
few
left in.
times.
Oh, and it's
Like I said, all the
some
And
poor...
that dwarf.
I was gonna
and
some
that
poor
dwarf.
dwarf.
And that one dwarf guy. Oh.
Like I
That
said,
dwarf.
everyone who mattered survived.
The citizens of
Ooh.
Sharn matter.
But the they don't know anything about that.
So I assume Jermaine is like escorting us to the hotel.
Yeah, no, she gets to the edge, where the gates are, and you're standing there talking for a few moments, and then she says, "Oh," and she kind of like nods. She says, "I took the liberty of ordering you a coach to get you to the hotel." She says,
Thank you.
"Get some rest. You guys look like you've been in a fight." to say the least.
Indeed. Now there is the matter of payment.
It's waiting for
shall we
you at
take
the
that up?
hotel.
Fantastic. And the extra for the information.
There is 100 gold waiting for you at the hotel, as promised.
Each, correct? Each person. Fantastic.
He says, oh, and by the way, I was given these for you. They are technically still yours. I was not asked for them back. And she reaches into the satchel, the satchel pouch she's wearing over her shoulder. She opens a flap and she reaches in. She pulls out a large black leather case, and she opens it up. And inside of it, there are 5 pins that are they're heads of unicorns.
Mhm.
And she says, she take one each. She says,
I take one.
these are gifts from House Orion. They are called Featherfall tokens. She says, all you must do is, if you fall from any great height, she says, you touch it once and say the word unicorn, the word for unicorn in Draconic, and you will activate a Featherfall spell that only affects yourself.
What if you don't know the word for unicorn in
You should
Draconic?
learn it very quickly.
I tell her. I speak Draconic.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Without touching it.
I would
without
just
touching it.
without
I
it.
tell her.
I would just say the word for unicorn in Draconic.
She says,
And if anyone doesn't really know how the spell works, I can teach you.
but it doesn't burn a spell slot, so. She says, oh, and it can only be used once a day. So,
Oh, it can be reused?
yes.
Fantastic.
Once a
Mhm.
day.
Nifty.
I'll never prepare the spell again.
It only works on you. It's not the actual Featherfall spell.
Oh, they'll be fine. They've got tokens.
So, and then by this time the coach has landed, and she says, it's not the glorious start I wanted for you all, but it is it is going to make for a tale.
Indeed, I would say it is quite memorable, if you will.
There's a Benlish proverb that says, may you be born in interesting times. I fear that you all are under that auspice.
Indeed. Well, it's been a pleasure. I'm beat, quite literally. I think I should retire now, like to my room.
The coach waits. She didn't ride with you to the hotel. You're literally standing outside the little grounds.
No, yeah, no,
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Well,
Got her
here.
house in the coach.
I'm inside.
Yeah, you got in the couch
Yep.
already.
I'm in the coach already. I'm sleeping on the bench, taking up the whole damn bench, sleeping.
Good thing you're small.
I am.
Right?
She's taking up the whole damn bench. Somehow that bench in that big ass coach is only 2 feet long.
Yeah.
So you guys get into the coach. It's like I said last time. It's a very short ride to the hotel. You basically are escorted almost back to the exact same floor, the exact same room, and you're walk into the room, and there is the exact same Warforge. At least you think it is. And there's a bath. The baths have been prepared in the suites. There's food out once again. A plate with meats, cheeses, fruits, vegetables cut up. There's wine in decanters, both a red and a chilled white. And somehow the chilled white stays chilled. Do you guys just
Magic.
Oh yes, I'm all about it.
Yeah.
Like, dear God, I've never needed a drink more in my life. Who's joining me?
I will.
Joey raised her hand, but it only came up to about your hip.
I can't help that.
I'll have one.
I'm pouring everybody glassfuls.
You notice that the decanter never goes down.
Decanter of endless wine. Forget the water.
Fucking magic.
Waterfall.
Fucking
Sorry,
magic.
decanter of endless chilled white wine.
Oh, yes, I'm going for the red. I want the hangover in the morning.
What the hangover? I am self-punishing. All right.
Yes.
So you guys,
Is wine the only thing available?
No,
or does it have all?
There's a bar, and it has like
Good.
different whiskeys and stuff like that.
Yeah, if there's something stronger than wine,
There is.
Um,
There is. It's just not.
definitely-
It's just not in an endless decanter.
definitely want that.
Powder takes an ale and pours a shot of whiskey and drops it into his ale
Bastion?
and calls it. Powder does.
No, Bastion, you're covered in gore.
Yeah, I am.
And Powder's. What does he do with the ale? Oh, are you doing
He
a
pours
Boilermaker?
Yeah.
I'm just like, I look at Bastion and I'm like, that won't do, and I cast Prestidigitation and clean him up.
The blood is gone.
Oh, thank you. That stink.
The blood is gone, but the memory remains.
Oh my god.
Does the stink? That's my only-
So dramatic.
No, the stink would not remain.
Yeah.
If he's
Okay.
prestidigitation cleaning me.
Yep.
And also, like, I had had a shower the night before, so I'm like, okay.
In this very place, actually.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I
So
fill up my cup or my goblet, whatever, and I go take a soak.
So I'm gonna get I cannot the Warforged had like a numeric name, and I
5.
think we called 5 for short.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I would ask 5 if there's, since this place seems to have like whatever we need all the time. I'm going to say 5. I seem to find myself in need of a new traveling cloak.
Bai says, I shall have someone tailor one for you, sir. I have seen and noted your measurements. It will be ready by dawn.
Thank you.
And he's like, as he kind of like walks by you, and he like takes the glass out of your hand because it's like almost empty, and he pours you another jigger of whiskey, and he hands it back to you.
Yeah, it's almost empty again. Just need some drinks.
And 5 kind of like walks. He kind of like walks almost to the center room, and he turns around, and he kind of looks at you all, and he says, "We understand the trials that you faced, and the house wishes to express its gratitude for the sacrifices you are willing to make to save a child. If you require anything, let us know. We are here to serve." And then he turns off and walks off and like grabs a stack full of bath towels that were sitting on the counter, and he walks like back into the bathroom or back into
Where
the
I
bedroom.
am currently bathing.
Yes, and he kind of like sets fresh towels, sir, and he kind of sets them on
Oh,
the counter.
yes, please. Bring me a pipe, if you will.
Any particular form of tobacco? We have them from all the central regions.
Bring me... You know what? No, I don't need any of my hometown tobacco. Bring me something local. Bring me something rustic.
I think I have just the thing. I shall return shortly.
Thank you, Five. Rustic.
He brings a few moments later. He brings in a silver tray that has a gorgeous, like wooden pipe that is the wood's been like both finished and lacquered out to where it's just lustrous shine. You can see the grain. The tip of the pipe is some kind of ceramic, black ceramic piece, and beside it there is a small silver case that has a bunch of the dried and shredded tobacco in it. The tobacco smells earthy and stringent, strong, but no real floral notes, which is something you'd be more used to from where you come from. It's just a very strong, leafy earth.
Yes, that's the good stuff. And I take it and I put some, get a little match or whatever.
Yeah, there's long matches there.
Yes.
It's like, and then Five kind of nods and then turns and walks out. What are the rest of you doing?
Powder is going to ask Five for paper and pen so he can work on some schematics.
There's a writing desk over by the windows. Remember?
Oh yeah, there is. Yeah. So he goes over there and he starts working on schematics.
Got it. Astrid.
She just there's couches and stuff around, right?
Yeah. Remember, there's
It's
a circular sunken area that's around a fire pit.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of where the Five serves out the food along one side of the fire pit, and the decanter of wine and everything is there as well.
Yeah, she's just gonna lay out on a couch and just be like.
Yeah, you probably look like you, Bastion, Powder.
I
think
look
everyone
like death.
I think everyone got torn up this fight. I think the one who got torn up the least was probably Xander, but he still got torn up. You know what I mean? No one got out of this fight unscathed.
I'm just from the bathroom. I'm gonna call Bastion.
Aye.
Come here. I need to speak with you, please.
Are you gonna wait?
Dressed?
What?
Are you dressed?
No, I'm in the bath. Why would I be dressed?
Why do you want to talk to him in the bath?
Because this is
roll
really
my
nice, and I don't. I'm not inclined to get out anytime soon.
I roll my eyes and I grab the glass and stand up.
I'm just like, bring me more wine on your way in.
I'm gonna pick up the bottle, and I'm gonna walk in through the doorway, and I'm just gonna toss the bottle into the bath.
It's the decanter.
I toss the decanter into the bath.
Can I? I guess I'll roll to try and catch it.
There you go.
Yeah, as I walk in, I just go catch. And
Dear God, man.
throw it to you.
Let's do.
As I'm just relaxing with a pipe in my hand.
Let's do a dex check for this.
Oh God.
Dex save.
Yep.
Do I need to do one? Do I need to do one to throw it to him?
Oh, just a straight
No.
dex.
You're kind of just lobbing it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's underhanded toss, like it's a softball pitch.
Yeah, you see right beside your dexterity that little D20.
Yeah.
I think you double click that. There you go.
Hey.
Oh, nice. So you go and you lob it in there, and it's doing this perfect arc, and he kind of just pops the pipe in his mouth, and this literally half stands up in the bath and one-handed palms it without letting the stopper come out of the decanter or really sloshing the wine very much.
You really shouldn't do that to fine wines, as I catch the pipe and sit back down. Pour myself, fill my glass. So
it's all magical here. It's not like it's going to go to waste.
Oh yes, but it's the principle, my friend. It's the principle. Now, I didn't bring you in here to talk about fine wine, though I could talk about fine wine for hours.
I'm sure.
I wanted Now, I wanted to check on you. How are you? I mean, this is all a lot to take in. I'm sure you haven't had a whole lot of time to process it. But I believe out of all of us, you seemed the most affected. And so I'm simply asking how you are.
Well, a boy died who we were charged with protecting. And I carried that boy back to his father.
It's a-
I'm not feeling very happy about that.
Of course, indeed, yes. I believe you quite literally shouldered the most burden out of all of us. But I do want to say that you are not alone in this endeavor. We all do feel the pain of this child's loss, even though he will be brought back. And I'm sure that word will get back that you personally carried him to his father and you protected him. In fact, I will make sure of it that he knows this. But I do want you to know that it took a lot, I'm sure, not to immediately kill that bastard who did this. And I know that you do want your just desserts. And even though he is going to get justice in all manner of the sense, I know that you want to be there to do it. And I am sorry that you're not able to administer your own brand of justice. But please do take solace in the fact that we did return the child to his father. He will be revived, and the man who did this will suffer. Now, the best thing that we can do is we can rest up, and then in the morning, we'll take the day as it comes. I know there's now probably a target on our back. Probably you more so than anyone else, because you did seem the closest with Lord D'Orion. But
I'm used to having a target.
of course,
Not
naturally.
afraid. I'm not afraid of someone trying to kill me.
Of course, no, and you shouldn't be, because, and I kind of motion out to where the living room is. Now, I know I haven't been in this party very long, but I can tell that these people, they do care for you. And though I don't know you very well, you're growing on me.
Is that why you asked me to join you in the bathroom?
Well, technically, I was concealed with bubbles until you made me stand up to catch the wine, but, you know.
I think Bastion actually does laugh at that.
I let myself laugh with him
was-
because I think we all just need a laugh right now.
It was a remarkable catch, Xander.
Thank you. Now then, unless you're planning on bathing with me, I'm going to continue drinking this wine.
I turn and leave.
Eternally.
I turn and leave.
And as that, you hear it from Astrid from in the other room. Who took the wine?
As I call back, I only took the red wine. There's still the whites.
And there goes the red wine. So, is anyone going to do anything else this evening, or are you guys going to pursue your different ways of distracting yourselves and then get some rest?
I actually wanted to talk to Joey.
Jessica may not be
I-
feeling too well.
Oh. Well, then it can
Oh, there
wait.
she is. She's back.
Speak of the devil, and she will appear.
What was that say?
Oh, is she already out? Is she already like passed out drunk?
Yes. There's a bottle of wine rolling that like looks like it rolled off something. I don't know. That was yummy wine.
Just like
then
bread,
I'm
like
going.
cracker dust and cheese
Yeah.
and meats everywhere.
Then
Yeah.
like I'm gonna come out to like talk to Joey, and with her already like passed out and like drunk, I'm just gonna smile and sigh, and I'm gonna pick her up off the little couch that she passed out on, and I'm gonna take her over to the bed and just like set her down in the bed. That way she's not like passed out on a couch at least.
It's hilarious because you
she-
put her down in the bed, and like you kind of cover her up and turn around, and you realize you can't really tell there's anyone in the bed.
Yeah, she's just. I just tuck in Joey. She's at least earned that. She's earned her rest for sure. She's at least earned that much.
I just want everybody to know that he does this in real life also.
Yes,
Listen.
we've seen it.
On a pretty much weekly occasion.
We've seen
Thursdays
that.
even.
every Thursday, baby.
Every
Uh,
Thursday, someone has to send Josh the message.
Thursday,
She fell asleep again.
Thursday is tuck-in day.
Except for this one, but we'll talk about that after the show.
But I will put Joey in the bed. That way she's not like just passed out. And I will put next to the bed a like hair of the dog like half full glass of wine for her in the morning. She'll need it.
Hell yeah, I will.
She'll need it. Yeah, and I guess just kind of. I'm just gonna sit on the bed and drink till I pass out.
I don't know that I'm a good example.
Well, everyone basically spends the night trying to absorb what happened and dealing with it in their own way. Eventually, you all get sleep, fading away in different states. Whether it just be exhaustion from trying to take down as many notes of the things as the things they saw earlier today, or as a majority in different states of inebriation. Amazingly, after all the trauma that you guys went through today, when you sleep, it's just black. And when you wake up in the morning, you have no memory of any dreams whatsoever, bad or good,
Badass.
and you feel like you've gotten actual rest.
Can I get that in real life?
Nope. Clearly, this is a fantasy game.
Yep.
Damn it.
Notice you're
there's
not
still,
doing your own laundry either.
Are
Mm-hmm.
You
there
do
still
the dish?
sending stones we can
Never-ending
use?
story.
Yes.
What was that?
We can
What was
use
that,
them
Evan?
once per day, I believe, right?
Are there still sending stones that we can use, like as a new thing?
Yep.
Awesome. So I'm gonna, before we leave, I'm gonna use one of those sending stones.
All right. Do you want to just text me the message later, or?
No, I'll do it out in the open. It's fine.
Okay. What do you say?
I call my mom.
Oh.
Oh.
I call my mom, and she's in the city of, I never know how to say it. It's like Dargon.
Dargon is the country, actually.
Country, yeah. And she lives in the Goblin City, so I message her, and her nickname is Bowstring. And so I message her, I'm like, "Hey mom, I just wanted to fill you and dad in. I got good work, and it's paying well. So you can be proud that my artificing is working out. Love y'all, miss y'all." How many words is that? Oh god.
Hang on. I'm typing as fast as I can. I'm going with everything you've already said already as well. And
Including
that
how many words is
is
that?
Trying to count in my head real
1, 2,
quick.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32.
All right, I've already gone over the 25 limit, so I'll just say, well, I already paid for extra, so tell Dad that I can shoot better than him now.
Whoa.
And then I end it.
There you go.
Wait, hold on. Do you actually have a good relationship with both of your parents?
Yep.
Wow!
Dun, dun, dun!
The first
No.
adventure.
So,
That is not okay.
then, guess who dies first?
I get no response.
You get no response. No,
I just get
actually,
screaming.
you get a response back. It takes a couple seconds, and basically the response is, "Love you, miss you. You were always a success. You were our greatest experiment. Be careful. Come home safe. Come home soon."
Oh.
Awesome. I really should call more. But, when it's free and I pay
When
for
it's
the extra,
free.
how much is it?
Excuse me. So the total is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 46, 47, 48, 49. So 49.
Damn, almost double.
So there was an extra 100 gold here for everyone, right?
Oh, yeah, I forgot to ask about that.
So we each got total from that 125.
Yep.
From
125.
So
We
Yeah,
got 25
from
gold from the
the-
Knolls.
it's 2.5 gold more for the extra
Oh,
words.
oh,
Okay.
No. Yeah. Mhm. So I already added the 25 in. So yeah, another 100.
Oh wait, no. That must be. It was 25.
Hold on.
It was
Let me grab my notes.
25 words for
Oh.
free.
And then it was I had to pay for the other 25.
Yeah, it was a silver per word afterwards.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah, it's not cheap.
But
Well, I sent a nice message to my mama. It's okay. I'll pay for that.
yeah.
All right. So,
I'm just curious,
Mhm.
because the last time we were here, Astrid did use one.
mhm.
Did she ever get a response?
She should have gotten a response immediately if she wanted one.
Well, I just was curious because you never sent me anything back.
Correct.
That is true. I am sorry. And I don't know if I. Let me see if I can find that real quick.
I know.
What the hell? Where is?
I think I sent
Okay.
it to you on Facebook.
Oh, you send me on Facebook Messenger?
I think it was on Facebook that I sent it to you. I can't remember for sure.
That's why I
That
didn't
was a
send it
while
to you
ago now?
back. Yes, that's why I didn't send it to you back, because it was on Messenger and it gets kind of odd. Yeah, we talk too much on Messenger.
That's true.
Here it is. Oh, here it is.
We actually have
Um,
rules due to how much we talk on Messenger. Anything that has to be remembered by more than 3 hours has to be via email.
Yep. I hate Messenger.
Got it.
I hate Messenger for trying to remember things. Because it gets wiped out in like 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Hence, if it's something he's going to have to know or remember in 3 hours, I should have emailed.
Well, the issue is that this was technically like
It was during game and stuff.
Technically.
like
Yeah.
3 episodes ago now, like 3 or 4.
Yeah,
No,
well,
it
it
was
was the
two.
mess. I remember the message you sent, and the reason I can send you the reply
3,
back because
yeah.
it would not have been. It wouldn't have been much more than a greeting back.
Okay, and I figured that, but I was just wondering.
But and I will send it back to you because you need to have that context. And plus, I was going to try out a nickname on you from when you're at the monastery.
Okay.
So I will do that for you tonight. I apologize.
Okay.
Okay. So
Is it
Because
Assy because her
probably
name is
would-
Astrid?
no.
Oh my god. God damn it. No.
It is not.
Do not start that. Oh my god. No.
Cassie
I'm kidding.
All right.
That nickname will never
So-
stick.
That nickname will never stick.
McGee. Yeah, it's
Because
So,
I already
I-
have enough
Oh, and
problems
thank you very much,
getting
Jake Rocks,
weird
for following
nicknames.
us. That was very nice of you.
I'm emailing them now.
So,
I already emailed myself.
So, one thing, real quick, about the mechanics of this new system that we're using.
Mhm.
For a long rest, we're just gonna have to like manually reset everything, right?
No, actually, I'll do it for you right now.
I need to pick my spells, which for spell picking I have to like delete spells and put them in, but I'm using
Right.
using
in-
my other app to track my spells.
Also, I do not see a spot for like money in our inventory.
I also did not see that.
It says treasure.
Right, but
It
that's
does.
not necessarily like
I
divvied
just
up
plugged-
into.
I just plugged
And
in
you
the number
all-
and I typed next to it gold.
I did the same thing.
Sure.
And on the next line, I
And
wrote
you all
one
got the
feather
effects of a
fall
long rest.
token.
Woohoo!
Oh
Oddly
my
got
god, I'm at my max hit points.
That's
Not
been
for
so
long.
long.
It
It's been
has.
so long.
So the morning comes around, and you basically are, like I said, you all actually get rest. With all the trials that you've gone through, with all the chaos, just an uninterrupted night's sleep is a rare, rare thing. So,
I don't know. We've
Meg
had it
says
the past
Aster takes
couple
1 point of
nights.
damage.
Yeah, right.
So, Aster stubs her toe, takes 1 point of damage. But you
God
guys,
fucking damn it.
when you wake up,
drops his
5 is standing. It walks out into the area. There's a wonderful. It's almost like a rolling little banquet table that's set up with like, a big thing of scrambled eggs, sausages, breakfast rolls, all kinds of neat stuff. Just piled up under pancakes, and there's like, just more than enough for all of you.
With whipped cream
Sure.
and
Absolutely.
chocolate syrup
And
Yes.
cinnamon.
and sprinkles
Yes.
and cinnamon.
No sprinkles.
Yeah. I deny you sprinkles. This is a
Oh,
fantasy
yeah,
game.
the-
What are you thinking?
The great sprinkle shortage of
You're not letting me play the character I want to play.
God,
No, yes.
railroad Gim.
Remember what the ability of the house is.
Sprinkles.
It can anticipate. It can judge what you want. The power of the house is Sprinkles. That's actually the house's nickname is Sprinkles.
House sprinkles.
Oh yes, it's carved in everything.
The House of Flying Sprinkles. But anyway, so but yes, it's a huge breakfast laid out for you guys. Everyone can take their fill. 5 goes around serving this hot, delicious, very oddly flavored drink that he calls coffee. He recommends for those who don't like the acrid taste of the coffee to add some milk and sugar to it, and it's amazing.
I also recommend hazelnut as I sip mine.
Yes,
You know,
you
yeah,
already,
I've
you
got
already know
a
about
latte. I've got a latte.
coffee. A latte. So you guys enjoy a luxurious breakfast, more relaxation. As you guys are like kind of like sipping coffee and still nibbling at your plates, but you're pretty much all full. Five walks over to the counter, picks up a silver tray, and holds the tray out to like each one of you individually. And on it there is an envelope. And he says, "Your tickets have arrived. They're the last train for the day will be leaving roughly in 3 hours." He says, "You have plenty of time to relax for a bit longer and get ready. Whatever you need, we will provide while you stay here." And there is a he says, as an example, and he walks over to the counter and shakes out a beautiful black cloak. It's got ermine fur along the upper collar. It's weighted, you can tell that, at the bottom end. It is lined and edged in silver. It probably would hang back down to about mid-thigh. You do notice something. On the outside of the cloak, there is no embroidery. No outside stitch reveals any fleck of silver, anything that would reflect light or betray you out. On the inside, however, it is a gorgeous network of embroidered symbols and shapes that you quickly realize in Draconic tell the story of what happened.
What happened
At the train station.
Oh.
I stand up and I go over and I let Five put the cloak on me.
She fastens it with that pin, the unicorn pin.
Yeah. And I just kind of like give it a little like examination now that it's on me. I kind of let it fall over my shoulders and everything, and this probably feels like, because if it's what I would want, it's something that looks very plain but is very finely made, and not finely as in like it's made of the best silks, but like it's
fine craftsmanship.
Yeah, it's constructed well.
You quickly notice that the heavy weight I told you that's at the end of the cloak that's supposed to be designed to keep the cloak from flying over your head, it's actually a pouch that goes along the bottom edge of the cloak that you could put coins in. So you can hide your gold in the edge of your cloak. If you put the coins in there and fill it up, you can roll it up and beat someone to death with it.
Hey, improvise weapon.
So I put it on. I get the feel for it, and I just turn back to Five and I say, "You're all very adept at what you do here. I greatly appreciate this."
Five just nods. "We are to serve."
I look up from my mirror as I'm grooming my mustache and brushing my hair. Perhaps you can point me in the direction of where I may purchase some healing potions. I must admit I was caught off guard last time, and I would like to not be.
How many do you need?
I'd say about 3 would do.
We will have them delivered before you leave.
Perfect. How much is it going to run me?
Standard charge.
50 pop, right?
Yep.
Right.
Cool.
I'll take 1 as well.
Absolutely, sir.
Yeah, same.
Yes, madam.
Actually, make it 2.
Yes, madam. Do not be
I feel like
afraid.
that's going to be a necessity here. Okay.
Huh? Yeah.
I said I felt like it's gonna be a necessity over here.
Bastion,
Powder.
I figured you could use the crossbow enhancement today.
Well, that would be very nice, but if we are off to see some designers, I might not need it afterwards.
Understandable, but just to be safe on the way to the train station. Don't worry, if it wears off, it'll wear off.
Just to be safe, then. Then I hold out my crossbow.
And all I do is reactivate the runes. I just kind of like touch them up and rescribe them a little bit.
Right.
And then I leave the enchantment on my armor for the +1 AC. And those are my enchantments for the day.
Got it.
So
So
I'm gonna look at Bastion, and after, of course, fixing more of my hair, like, oh, Bastion, look at you. You look almost respectable. You need to do something about the hair, but just do that and then continue to groom.
I just kind of stare at you while you're grooming, and I say, well, we can't all be as so finely put together as you. I think you shine bright enough for all of us.
Oh, do go on.
You know what you should ask for, Xander, is some bright and shiny armor.
Oh, no, armor. It's a bit too heavy for me. I need something light so I can be nimble on my feet and all that good stuff.
Understandable. I was thinking of asking for armor. I don't know. I could ask for so many things, so many tools.
as you're
Perhaps
saying,
I could craft you a fine garden.
Five says also, if you will look in the envelopes, you will see that you have been booked at the Rest in Kemshad. I have never been there personally, but I understand it is a very fine establishment. Not so fine as the Emerald, but
Of course not.
a fine establishment nonetheless. Your rooms have been booked for 1 week. Apparently, whatever you're going there for is going to take some time.
Thank you.
As I finish grooming, I look to Five. Five, what would we do without you?
I'm afraid you're going to have to find out, sir.
Oh, my heart is breaking already. Thank you so much.
Just nods.
Five. This talk of armor. I didn't think that a house of rest would be a spot where we would be able to procure it, but it can't hurt to ask. Is there a way for us to get our hands on some better gear?
Through the house? More than likely not, sir. We would not be able to afford you at this later stage in the game with you leaving access
thought
to
not.
anything more than common.
I
there-
thought not,
But there are incredibly skilled armorers and weaponsmiths all throughout Sharn.
Yes, of course. I appreciate it, and it was worth asking.
Once again, 5 nods.
So
5
would I
nods collecting the
know,
breakfast plates.
would I know where I could go to get my hands on some better armor? Like, I just need I just want to get like some studded leather instead of leather.
Oh, absolutely.
Like I can't
No,
I
that
can't
would-
wear anything more than
Sharn,
light.
remember,
but
Sharn is like Waterdeep. It's the city of
Yeah.
splendors wherever whatever you actually need on the regular list of items for the player's handbook, you can find it, including such things as ever-burning torches, healing potions. All those are considered common items here. So even plate mail, which is supposed to be exceedingly rare, because of the amount of time it goes into preparing it, even a suit of plate mail can be acquired here.
I just need some sturdier leather. After that fight got me worried about my ability to not get hit.
Your survivability.
I'm right
Ouch.
there with you.
So
It's 200.
on the way to the train station, I can swing by and just drop 75 gold and get studded leather.
Yeah, because the leather armor, you're pretty much a standard human male, so
Right.
you'll be able to be outfitted with it fairly quickly. They should have something that will hopefully fit you. I mean, you didn't say your proportions were, well outside the norms.
No.
So yeah, it might take you a few days to break it in, but yeah, you'll be able to find something that you'll probably walk out the door with,
Excellent.
and it'll be the standard price.
And it's 45, not 75.
Yeah.
Wow.
Studded leather is not expensive. In fact, that's the last
Awesome.
one that's not expensive.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the prices for half plate right now, and I'm like, oof.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah. 600 or something.
You
like
can
that?
just get it full.
$750.
Ow.
Oh,
Yeah.
fudge.
I might ask for a pay. I might ask for. Maybe I'll ask for half plate.
Does
So
does
I'm
does
gonna.
Powder need a small loan?
Because he knows the guy.
Not for just a set of armor.
We can't go back to him ever again.
Xander, what did you say?
I was gonna say I would also be accompanying Bastion to to get some armor, but I'm gonna be like, I am looking for some studded leather armor, but I only have. How much do I have? I have 25 gold pieces. Now, of course, as I flash my the lapel has the unicorn head pin. Now, of course, people who work for House Orion and would of course be inclined to spread the word of a fine establishment such as yours.
Well, I appreciate that very much, sir, but there is, of course, an issue that we're going to have to rectify. And that's the missing 20 gold. Because anyone who works for House Orion gets paid well enough to be able to afford a simple suit of studded leather.
And you're absolutely correct. But as you can see, I'm pretty squishy, so I did have to buy quite a few potions. You wonder.
Trade me one of the potions for the difference, then
Let's see. I mean, at that price, I could just. It was how much gold for the?
It's 45.
45.
So you have 25. You're missing 20 gold.
Yes.
I take 20 gold and I put it on the counter.
It's like, or you can have a very wealthy friend, and he just snatches the 20 gold without even looking back. He comes back and pulls another suit of studded leather off of a mannequin on the back.
As he's doing that, I'm gonna whisper to Bastion. I had him on the ropes.
I look you straight in the eyes and I say, I put this money down on the counter under the unspoken agreement that you will never ask me to come into a bathroom with you again.
And I'm just gonna wink at him playfully, like, well, you're the one who made me stand up. As I focus my attention.
And he sends you. The suits of armor are very, very similar. They look almost identical, actually. He probably does them off pattern.
Oh, y'all are twinsies.
But it is a very good quality, sturdy, studded leather armor. So both of you now have studded leather armor.
Thank God.
AC 17, baby.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, that'd be great if I could do something like that, but I can't.
Right.
If you wore armor, I could enchant it, but I can't.
Can you enchant her clothes?
I guess I could. I'd have to look at that. I think it says it specifically
It's
in
gotta
armor.
be armor. Yeah, it's gotta be armor.
Not worth it.
Not worth it.
What's your dex bonus?
All
Plus
of it.
4.
No. I was gonna say you could have my old leather armor, and then that might help. But
No.
She can't. She'll lose her wisdom bonus.
yeah, but it would still. Yeah, no, you're right. No, I mean like it's probably better.
What's your wisdom bonus, Cassie?
What's your AC right now?
My AC is 16.
Oh yeah, it would drop you down to.
Yeah.
It,
It's not
you would
worth it.
have you would have 16 with his enchantment.
I literally said, not worth it. It's not worth it. I already know it's not
She
worth
did
it.
say it. I heard her say it. Yeah. All right. So you guys picked up you basically stopped on the in a market center on the way there. Picked up the armor. I'm assuming you're heading to the train station.
Yeah, if nobody else has any errands,
We
to
got
run,
our potions.
go.
Yep.
Yeah, we already got them from the house.
Mm-hmm.
Then yeah, to the.
Can I sell my the leather armor that I was wearing back to?
For half.
Okay. How much is that?
I mean, your leather
Oh,
armor
so
has a bunch
5.
of holes in it
5.
right now.
5.
Not a bunch of holes.
It would be 5 gold.
Yep.
Cool.
Just curious, what area of Sharn are we in?
You're headed down
While
to one of the
they're doing
lower
this.
areas of Sharn, but it's not actually like a slum because it's the lower areas that lead directly to the rail station.
Okay, I was just curious.
And this area is filled a lot with like warehouses built into this into the actual spires. There's a lot of Teamsters, coaches, and stuff like that.
I was just curious because I know that there's one shrine to my specific deity, but it's on one of the like upper levels essentially.
Yes, because it has to get the light.
Yep.
For services.
So it's no big deal.
Gotcha. So you head down to the rail station, and you're once again in the same area you were before. There's 3 rails that go out of town from here. Both of them make multiple stops along the way. The lightning rail is so fast that it can make, like, one of them makes the trek 3 times a day, which is the one you're going to be going on. It's also the shortest rail line because it goes back and forth. As you guys get there, the train is actually getting ready to come in. You're actually early enough to you can catch the train now. You guys get on board and you get into one of the coaches. Quickly find seats. The lightning rail is a huge, chromed out, gorgeous piece of machinery that's designed to be the epitome of elegance. The coach cars are always kept immaculately clean. There's plenty of room to walk down the aisle. There's lots of headroom, and the seats are pretty much. It's designed to be very comfortable. There's other coach cars in the back that are not as well off as the ones you've been given tickets for. And there is a large. There's also freight cars that make up the end of the rail. Do I even want to know? Because they're both gone now.
Sorry.
My mom is trying to take like a massive load of boxes out to the trash. And it took her the last like 10 minutes to get out the door with them. And she kept
and I was like, do you need help? She's like, yeah.
No.
What help as I can get, but that's beside the point.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Sorry.
I just saw you both losing
it. Yeah.
All right, so
sorry.
Okay. You guys get on the rail, and the rail, as you're walking through, the ticker comes by, and he basically, you show him your tickets, and he punches it, and he says, as he's walking by, he basically is calling out, first stop, Kemshad. First stop, Kemshad. 30 minutes. 30 minutes. First stop, Kemshad. So as you guys get settled and rest up, Astrid, I think you've taken the rail before. I know that Xander has. Powder, have you ever ridden the rail before?
That depends on how I got to Sharn.
You could have gotten
Like,
a number of ways. The cheapest way is the rail.
I would say I've ridden the rail before then.
Yeah. You can come by airship, and of course you can go overland, but that can take weeks to months. What about Joey?
You're
You're
muted.
muted.
Sorry. Yeah. Joey's not from here originally.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I know where that your house is natively from. So yeah, but remember you have houses all over the place. It's just that most of the training goes on at the main house. So, and that was a great point to look up. And then Bastion, of
was.
course. I know. He's
So, I think I've only ridden like 2 or 3 times,
Mhm.
but I've ridden before.
Yeah, Powder's only ridden like once.
So the feeling
But
of
have
riding
you
on the
ever
rail
ridden first
is
class?
the feeling of riding the rail is a little bit odd, because when the rail powers up, you see on the outside of the train, you can see lightning bolts running up and down the length of the train, and you feel the train just like it rise up, and not like 1 or 2 inches. You feel a slight elevation. It rises up like feet off the ground, and then you feel the bang, 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 bang as it begins to accelerate, and all the interlocking cars are put under tension as the rail goes forward, and the rail goes from minimal extension to just flat out acceleration in like no time at all. You're pressed back into your seat, and you feel something that probably no one but someone falling to their death has felt before, and that is that sudden rush of acceleration. And
Instinctively, I grabbed my pen.
grab your
Grab the lapel.
Yep. And then after literally about 45 seconds, that feeling of acceleration finally starts to ease up. And as you look out, you all can look out the windows. As you look out the windows, the countryside is just a blur. And everything near the train, you cannot make out anything. Everything just streaks by as green flashes, or everything like that. Farther away, you can see like the mountainside that you're going along, a ways off in the distance. You can just see the mountain literally moving along. And you've all heard how fast the lightning rail travels. And the few of you who've been on it regularly understand that if someone were to say fall from the lightning rail, their death would be probably instantaneous. But as the rail sails down the line, it's an oddly frictionless motion. You can walk around the cars and you do not feel anything of the motion of the rail moving forward, backwards, no shimmying, no nothing. So, after that first, like I said, a good 45 seconds, a minute and a half, the little voice chimes out, "You may walk about the cabin. You may walk about the cabin. Kamshad in 20 minutes. Kamshad in 20 minutes."
I'm not looking.
Very nice.
You're not looking.
It's
I'm not looking.
it's certainly one way to get around.
It sure is. As I produce the pipe from my pocket,
You stole a
Along
pipe.
with- along with
Oh
the
my
tobacco.
god.
Maybe a quick.
Classy.
Oh yes, of course.
Classy.
Would you like a puff?
Of course.
Of
Maybe
course.
a quick.
And I
Be a quick
start it, and
Joey's all mumbling under her breath.
and then hand it to Powder.
Thank you. This is a way to travel in style. It's
Oh,
fascinating too.
Oh, you get used to it.
Oh no, I just mean the mechanics of it all. It's very fascinating.
I won't even feel it.
So
Joey, are you all right?
No.
Have you never ridden the rail before?
Oh no. I've
Oh
ridden lots.
no!
I
It's
find
okay.
I
Don't
find
worry, if we crash,
I've-
our
I've-
deaths will
I've-
be instantaneous.
Oh, I know.
I
You
find
won't
that
feel it.
Oh,
I-
no!
Joey, I find that it helps to just look in the cabin rather than out the window.
I'm not looking.
Yes,
I'm
you've
looking like
mentioned-
straight at my shoes. I have the
you've
most
men-
amazing shoes right now.
You've
moved
mentioned
my
that
boat- I
pointedly.
moved my boots out of puking range.
Not gonna puke. How much longer?
like 10 minutes.
19 minutes.
20 minutes.
19,
Yeah, right.
19 minutes.
And counting.
Okay.
So you guys spend the next 20 minutes basically looking out the window, trying to
Nope.
make sure Joey's okay and not throwing up on anyone,
Look at my
Um,
shoes.
Puffing on the pipe.
puffing on the pipe. So after about 20 minutes, the rail comes, their announcement comes out and says, "Please take your seats. We are coming into Kemshad. Please take your seats. We are coming into Kemshad. Anyone not in their seats, we will be not responsible for their safety."
Never left the seat.
Well,
Never left
I-
the seat.
I sit down next to Joey and I say, "Would it make you feel better if I held your hand?"
Okay.
I hold out my hand for hers and I'll like clasp hers in
Tiny
mine
little
with
hand
yeah.
that's
Yeah,
ice cold.
I'm just
Very
kind of like patting the top of her hand.
I put the pipe back in my pocket. And
Gotcha.
fantastic.
The deceleration is very odd. You're expecting something that's going to throw you forward, like some of you even put your hands up on the seat in front of you. All of a sudden, you see everything outside the train suddenly, like, just slowing down rapidly. But you don't feel any deceleration. And as the train comes, I felt that. As the train comes into the station and comes to you see it coming to the station and it comes to a halt. The only thing you really feel is as it comes to a full stop, you feel the train lower back down, and there is a clanking noise as if it's being locked into place. And you feel that little bit of shudder as it comes to rest.
You
And-
see, it wasn't so bad, Joey.
Oh, I already
We
left.
made it.
Joey's
I
like
booked it.
Joey's like up and for the door.
Yeah, it stopped. I'm out.
She like literally ran across your lap.
So yeah, so I'm like, you see, Joe.
I'm just imagining like the Scooby Doo like ding 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 ding.
That's probably how that went. Yeah.
Joey's on the door going open, 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 open.
I actually am.
So the doors slide open.
Yeah.
There is it's a large landing area where the train sits up at. There's an open air station there. You can see ahead of you there is the gates leading out of the station, and there's a ticket office to the right. There is an open street ahead of it that's cobbled. Directly across the way, you can see the Kemshed Rest, and directly across from it, there is what looks to be a decent-sized restaurant, a multi-story building. And it says Blenair's Fine Victuals. And so you guys head over. Do you head straight to the hotel?
Indeed, we should probably check in.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Indeed.
So you go to the
Yes.
hotel, and there is a standard fare. There's a large lobby area to walk through with different couches and settees sitting around. Off to the left, there is a bar. But that's kind of like, it's a long bar with a few tables around it, and there is a half wall that blocks the bar off from the rest of the lobby. You go walking up to there's a huge mahogany desk, and there's a young woman standing behind the desk, and she is writing something down. And she looks up as you're coming in, and she says, "Oh, good evening or good afternoon. How can I help you? Welcome to the rest in Kemshad."
Thank you.
Uh,
Where
go
are the
ahead.
powder kegs?
Go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, we're the powder kegs.
Yeah, you're the mascot. Get in there.
The powder kegs. Oh, one moment. I'm sorry. Yes.
The namesake.
She pulls up. She sets up a little, like, looks almost like a little roller desk. It's got a bunch of basically index cards. She shows this. She's a P. I hear powder kegs. Yes, you have a reservation for 1 week. We booked you in 2 suites. One for the men and the other for the ladies. Is that going to be fine?
Definitely.
Fine.
Perfect.
She says, excellent. It's on the 4th floor. She says, do you have any other bags?
At the moment,
like to travel.
You guys have like backpacks with bedrolls hanging off them and
Yeah.
shit. And she's like,
Powder has a huge sack of stuff because he doesn't have his bag of holding ready.
Yep. And so she's like, very well. In that case, and she's like, and she goes over and she's like, Freddie. this guy kind of sits up from a chair. He's like, sorry. Comes walking over. It's an older guy. He's wearing a red bellhop suit. He's got kind of a scraggly white beard, a little bit of runny eyes. You can see the slight yellowing of a man who's long been accustomed to strong drink. And he kind of looks up at you, he smiles at you. He's like, welcome to the rest. He says, my name's Freddie. I'll go ahead and show you to your rooms. And she says, yes, Freddie, show them to the rooms. And she hands him a little key. And he says, and she says, 4th floor, end of the hall, Freddie. He's like, all right, yeah. Come on, follow me. This is gonna be great. You'll like the rest. And she says, she kind of smiles at you all, and she's like, I hope you enjoy your stay. If you need anything, either send Freddie down, or there's a bell to be rung for service in the room.
Of course. Thank you.
Very well. And you guys head out, and Freddie's like, follow me. He's like, not every place is as nice as the rest here in Kemshad. You know, we're kind of a mining town. The only thing really bigger than that was when the forges were running all the time, but now they hardly ever run. He's like, what brings you out all this way?
Oh, a little bit of business, a little bit of pleasure, you know.
Business at the
forges.
Well, why are you going to the forges?
To forge.
We're getting special items because we're heroes.
Really? From the forges? I mean, they haven't. They haven't fired the forges up in damn near 10 years. He says, my daddy worked there for a long time, and I was working there too, until they shut it down.
Indeed. Perhaps it's best not to get everyone too excited. Please, where were our rooms again?
I'm sorry. He's like, right down here. And he walks up and he's like, and you see there's lifts. And he's like very excited. He's like, we had these installed a few years ago when the forges are still running. He's like, they brought them guys down from Sharn, and they said that they got these all over Sharn. I hadn't been to Sharn. But anyway, he kind of slides open the door. He's like, after you.
Oh, thank you, sir. As I step in, do a small bow and step in, yeah.
He's like, and he waits for all you to come in, and he steps in and lifts, and he closes the one set of gates, closes the other set of gates, and he's like, she said 4. And he kind of looks, and he's like, and the buttons are numbered, but he's like, 1, 2, 3, this one. And he hits a button. And the lift goes quietly, silently, goes up. As it gets to the top, he kind of says, here we are, 4th floor. Throws open the gates, and he steps out of the elevator. He's like, your room is right down here at the end of the hall. He says, it's a suite, which means it's got more than one room.
Thank you very kindly, Fredwood. I appreciate you.
He's like, thank you, sir. And he goes walking down the end of the hall, and he unlocks the door. And he says, we have the bedrooms to the left, and he says in the bedroom to the right, he says this one's been made up with 3 beds, so I assume that's for you gentlemen. So this one's been made up with 2 beds. He said, I'm sorry, and he looks at you, Joey. He said, I'm sorry, we didn't have a proper bed for a person of your stature, so we just use a full bed, if that's fine, miss.
Yes.
Thank
I
you.
hop up on bed.
He says, we have breakfast in the morning that's provided with the room. He says, but right across the way is Blainair's Fine Victuals. That is probably the best restaurant in these parts. He says, you're welcome. He says to go over and give it a try. He says, other than that, you can. There's other restaurants in the area, smaller ones. He says, we haven't had a lot of trade going through ever since the forge is shut down. So it's a quiet place, a good place to come and get some rest. He's like, I hope you guys enjoy your stay. And he kind of like stands there rubbing his hands together nervously.
As I put 2 silver in his hand, Fredwood, please do tell me, where is your favorite place to eat?
Well, normally if I have the funds, and he said, and he kind of gestures at the silver and nods at you gratefully. He says, I go over to the Blainair's because it's not a joke. It's the finest victuals around. His wife is quite a cook.
What do you like to order there?
Well, I'm really partial to the dumplings, chicken and dumplings.
Yes, just like Mother used to make, I'm sure. Well, fantastic. Thank you so much, Fredwood. I appreciate your help. As I see myself to my room.
See yourself to your room? He says, thank you all. May you all have a very good stay. If you need anything, and he gestures to right beside the door. He says, their bell will ring downstairs, and any one of us who hears it will come running. He says, we know where all the different bells, all the different pull ropes have different bells on them to make different sound. So we know which room it is.
I see.
You get to the part where Jess said she gave him 2 gold.
You gave him 2 what?
She gave him 2 gold.
He kind of.
I love this man.
You put the gold out, and he's like, but miss, you gave me the wrong. You gave me the wrong
He
coins.
must be protected.
Must be protected at all costs.
I was about to give him more.
Chicken and dumplings.
You said what?
Go enjoy a bowl of chicken and dumplings, sir.
You.
I turned to him. It's best not to question it.
He's like, he kind of puts the coins back in his own hand. You see literally a tear come out of his eye, and he says, thank you all. If you need anything, you call on me. You understand?
Okay. Thank you.
I'm serious now.
Okay.
I'm
Don't cry.
gonna lay off the hooch until you guys leave. You're gonna get the best service that anyone's ever had.
Thank you.
Of course, yes. We wouldn't want anyone else. We appreciate you.
He kind of nods. He nods as he backs out the door and kind of grabs a hold of the knob and closes it in front of him. And in the hallway you hear just a big old woo.
I was going to give him 5 gold, but it might have killed the man.
I'm gonna turn to everyone and be like, perhaps we should keep the fact that we're here to get something forged a bit under wraps. It seems that the forges are a bit of a touchy subject for the.
I never realized. They made such a big deal in Sean. I thought it was going to be a big deal, parades the whole way.
Yeah, I thought so too. What do you think happened? Do y'all know?
Well, I believe House Orion stopped producing weapons and whatnot, and
it was the treaties. The treaties for the war put an end to the forges.
Indeed. So perhaps we, like I said, best to keep it under wraps. And we're not really trying to attract too much attention now that we have a whole house of assassins after us.
Frederick will forget.
I don't think
I-
so.
Don't think that he will.
Yeah.
I also don't think that he's going to necessarily give up the hooch until we are gone.
You know, I think you might be right. In fact, I think we should maybe.
But
I
that's
wonder what
that's
kind of
quite
hooch he has.
that's quite all right. Yes, now we know where to get our supply while we're here.
Indeed. I'm sure he'll be more than happy to share if he doesn't drink himself to death.
Maybe we should try to. I could try to tell him to keep quiet next time we call him in.
I think that as soon as he
I think
leaves
it'll
and
be
gets down
fine.
there, it's, bad gas in a small town and all that good stuff. Let's just operate with the fact that there are now people aware of our presence and what we're here to do. Maybe not tell them, but But anyways, not to put a damper on anything. Let's
Speaking of, are they going to be coming to fetch us?
I don't think so. We'll probably have to make our way over there.
Did they give us any type of written instructions as to who we were supposed to meet and where, so on and so forth?
I imagine we could probably just go over there and. I don't imagine that many people go to the forges nowadays.
I'm sure that now that we arrived here, where we were expected, word will be sent.
Indeed. That being that, who's hungry? I could go for some of those chicken and dumplings that he mentioned.
Sounds
That would
good.
be wonderful.
Perfect.
All right. So you guys are gonna head over to the victuals, the fine victuals.
That's right.
Like you can all but hear the banjos. All right, so you guys walk across the street, and it literally, this is like probably looks like it's the main dragon of town. And as you're walking across the street, and you can look left and right and everything like that. Of course, to your right is a train station. To your left, going further down the street, the street goes straight down, and it dead ends into a large building, and you see multiple smokestacks coming out of it. And it's a good like 4 or 5 blocks down the street. But it dead ends right into it, and it says, and on it, it basically says Orion Arms Works. So it is.
Bingo.
It is. There's a wrought iron fence that stands about 12 foot tall that goes around the front of it, and there's a large set of double gates at the front that opens up to a walking path that goes apparently straight up to probably an office area, and around to the left side you can see that there is a large loading area on the far left hand side of the building.
Mm-hmm.
So are you guys gonna walk down there, or are you going straight to the restaurant then?
Let's go to the forge, and then we can. Because I'm sure they're not going to produce it on the spot. We'll put our order in, and then we'll go get some food. Sound kosher?
Works for me.
Sure.
I mean, unless you're really craving those chicken and dumplings, I wouldn't blame you.
All right. So you basically
Sounds
head
great.
down to the.
I mean, we ate like an hour and a half ago.
Right.
That
Yeah, the
is,
train ride was not long.
Yeah.
No, technically we ate breakfast, and then we got, I think, booked on the last thing out there, right?
Nope.
No, we got on the first train. We
Well,
made it
no,
early.
it wasn't the first train. It was basically kind of right around lunch-ish.
Oh.
Because you walked to the train station. You remember walking anywhere in Sharn takes forever.
Oh, and we stopped to get armor.
Yep.
Fair enough.
So you guys, right now with the travel time and everything like that, it's between lunch and dinner-ish, like 2 maybe.
So we're pretty
In
hungry.
Hobbit meals time, it's supper.
Oh. Yeah. Let's do the
Mm.
food first, then.
Fair enough.
All
Let's
right.
get some food.
So you start heading over to the restaurant. The restaurant is even though it's kind of like in between busy times. It's not lunch. It's not dinner yet. There's still a decent amount of people going in and out of the restaurant. It is pretty much it's a 2-story building. The upper floor looks like it might be like residence for the family who runs the restaurant. The lower floor is all the restaurants set up and laid out. There is there's a large front porch, and there is a lot of movement going in and out of the restaurant of people coming and going, but there's not any real chaos to it. There's people greeting each other. It seems like everyone knows each other around here. They're all very pleasant and nice. And as you guys walk in, there's a woman who is kind of like helping one of the other customers out, and she's like, "Oh, y'all just pull up a chair anywhere. We got plenty of empty tables right now." She says, I'll get Bernice over there to get your drink orders."
Thank you, ma'am.
Oops, 1 second. I typed the wrong name. So she says, as you go sit down, a young lady, she's got a brown hair. She's wearing a same type of uniform that the other one lady was wearing. It's basically a kind of a fluffy skirt with a top with an apron over it. And she kind of walks up and she's like, "Hey guys," she's like, "Welcome. What can I get y'all to drink?"
I will have a glass of water, please.
She's like, "Oh, yeah, the water's safe, so that's a good one." She says, "Most people like a little wine, but that's okay." She says, "Oh, what about the rest of you?"
Ale?
Ales, we have some of the best homemade ale. She's like, "I think you're going to be very, very pleased with that choice." "And you, sir?"
I'll take one of those.
"Oh, I'm sorry, you, ma'am?"
Yeah.
"Ale,
Whoa,
you got it."
bug.
And she kind of turns to you, Bastion. She's like, "And you, sir?"
Ale will do fine, thank you.
"And for you." And she, by the way, your mark is kind of like on the side of your neck right now. And she turns to you, "And you?" "Oh, yes, miss. What can I get you, please?"
You're muted.
Which explains why he still looked at me like that. Ale.
"Very well, miss." And she kind of like
Ale.
spins on a heel, and she
Ale.
goes
Oh,
and
ale.
comes back.
Ale.
The lady who shouted at you from the doorway comes kind of wandering over, and she says, "So, you guys look to be new to these parts. Where are y'all coming from? Sharn, or going the other direction?"
Oh, we're coming from Sean.
It's like, what made you decide to stop in here?"
Oh, we heard about these famous chicken and dumplings, and simply had to try them out.
She's like, "I'm sure that's not the truth, but I thank you very kindly." She says, "We try and do our best." She says, "Small town like this, you got to be known for something, right? Otherwise, you're probably not going to make it." She says,
Besides our beautiful hostess, Ghost.
"This is, well, I mean, what can you say? When you got it, you got it."
Yes, of course.
She kind of like,
Can I have some?
she pulls her eyes off of Vazander for a minute, and she looks around. She's like, "What about the rest of you?"
We're here together for the same things.
"Oh, well, that's a long way to come for some chicken and dumplings. I'll make sure that it's an extra special batch. Let me go see where your drinks are going, and I'll get you some rolls out, and we'll make sure you have at least a grand old time as you need to."
And we certainly appreciate the hometown hospitality.
And she's like, "Well, maybe you'll fall in love with the place, and you'll become permanent residents."
Oh, are you coming on to me?
And she's like, "I don't come on to anyone. I'm just naturally gregarious."
Yes, of course.
I just went to Texas Roadhouse like the other day, and it smells like Fantasy Texas Roadhouse, and I'm just dying. I can't.
Then we get the grits.
We get the grits.
We'll bring you out some biscuits.
Dude, I spent too many years waiting tables. You throw on that accent,
Oh,
you just get better
God.
tips.
Oh.
So, you guys are sitting there, and as you're sitting there, sitting around the table, you guys are, she brings over rolls, the other young lady brings over drinks. The other young lady keeps on deferring to Joey constantly. She keeps on checking on you, asking if you need anything and that. It basically is a very pleasant meal. If you're saying something, baby, you're muted still.
No, she's just very quiet.
Okay. But anyway, she says it's a very pleasant meal. The chicken and dumplings are excellent. As you're sitting there and you guys are engaging in conversation, you hear an odd kind of rumbling sound outside. And the people inside kind of look at each other and they kind of get, they make, they look at each other and they kind of have this very concerned look on their face, but no one like jumps up. No one gets really excited. They kind of just like look at each other and they look around and one of them says, again? Like one of the people at the other table, and he's like, well, I don't think so. I mean, the last one, they ran it out pretty quick and easy. He's like, but, I don't know. And they kind of look over at you. It's like, are y'all adventurers?
Yes.
Yes.
He's like, oh, crap. That explains it. Well,
Did we bring trouble into town?
and he kind of looks and he's like, well, number one, you're adventurers, so when don't you? He's like, but we can't blame this all on you.
Fair.
He says, this is kind of our lot out here. And he says, well, I guess there's nothing for it. Let's go ahead and start heading for the hills. And hopefully it'll just eat them this time.
I'll handle it.
And right back that time, you see coming down the middle of the street a huge furrow in the center of the road. The ground is literally rolling up like water rolling off of the back of something large swimming just beneath it. People are there's no one on the street right now, by the way. And people are running for cover in all different directions. And right outside the freaking restaurant, a huge plume of dirt explodes up from the ground, and a giant cylindrical body raises up out of the ground, a huge gaping maw that's lined not with spiky teeth, but what looks to be these huge, jagged, almost rock-like protrusions that come out of the mouth. And in the center of the mouth, there is this gaping hole that has this gnashing set of teeth that are slamming together back in the recess of the mouth. And as it kind of twists its head around, it faces the building, and it lets out this weird hiss that's almost like a steam engine, letting off a burst of steam and grating rock at the same time. And everyone looks around and is like, yeah, that's it, all right. I hope you guys are good at what you do.
This is just a normal occurrence?
He's like, well, anytime someone comes into town that they don't know, they send it down. So
Who was
far,
they?
Oh, well, the guys who took over the smelter.
And what down?
So as
the worm.
As that is said, I go and I nod and I stand up and I sling my crossbow from over my shoulder.
Pulls out his tools.
And I just
Yeah.
I just start walking towards the front door.
I grab somebody's drink, down it, set it back. Thank you.
Does Powder have time to craft a gun really quick?
Probably not, because we're
Okay.
going to put this on hold because we're at
Cool.
10 o'clock.
Yeah.
And we will start tomorrow this thing. Does anyone want to make me a quick roll to see if they know what this thing is?
Absolutely.
Sure.
What do
You
what
can
do we need to roll?
Nature.
History.
You can roll nature. You can roll survival. The TNs are different. Or you can roll Arcana, actually.
Ooh, I'll roll Arcana.
Nature or survival? Survival, you said
Mhm.
is one of them that
Yep.
we can.
Ouch,
Ooh.
ouch.
Never seen it before in my life. But I'm sure it's not immune to magic crossbow bolts. Thank you, Powder.
So, Xander and Powder. You've
Well, I
heard
thought
tales.
I did one. Hold on.
Oh, you didn't do one?
Oh, it didn't. It didn't roll it. Sorry.
Okay, so
You gotta make
once
sure
again,
it's
Xander and Powder, you guys have heard descriptions of stuff like this. Xander, you've heard of it just from your collecting stories and everything like that, and from different tales. And Powder, you've heard of it because it is one of those things that was crafted by Arcanists in some of their grand experiments to make creatures that were useful, and it got out of hand. This creature is probably, if the description holds from what you heard in the past, a creature called a purple worm.
Oh dear
Oh.
God.
Oh dear God. Oh no, I was thinking it can't be one of those. It's not a purple worm. Ray wouldn't throw a purple worm at us right now.
No, of course
I
not.
was like, no way. I was like, no, it sounds different.
No way.
I'm just misremembering. And then
well, no, it's not. It's not a giant purple worm, right? It's not like a huge, full-grown purple worm, right?
I don't know. Have you ever seen a full-grown
We don't
purple worm
know.
before?
Well, no, you didn't describe it as like towering over like buildings, right?
No.
Like it's not like
I mean,
then
it's,
like we're
it's
good.
taller than
Then
the
we're
front
good.
porch.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. We're all fine.
It's totally
I
fine.
think-
Everything's fine.
yeah,
It's
no,
all fine.
Look, it's
Everything's
fine.
good.
It's fine.
We're fine.
We killed a half ogre that was taller than the front porch. I'm not afraid of this thing.
Okay, cool. Cool.
I got
Alright.
new
Cool.
fancy armor. I got new fancy armor and a magical crossbow today. I'm fucking set. Let's do this.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you very much for having stuck out with us. We are so sorry once again for all the technical issues at the beginning of the show. We will be sticking with what works, and we're not going to try anything fancy. We're going to stick with you guys because you stick with us. So, thank you all for having tuned in once again. Please go to the Facebook and enter in our contest for our giveaways. We have the 7K giveaway, which, Jessica, do you happen to have the numbers? You're muted, probably.
Oh, race.
Racing.
It's a race.
It's a race. I'm probably going to lose.
Jess always wins, but she's muted.
So she does always win.
68-21.
Oh, well. What was it again?
68-21.
68-21. So we broke, in the time the show was on, for the very short time it was on, we broke 6,800 and broke it by 21.
Actually,
Noise.
yeah.
Okay.
So we are down to the last 170 some odd people left before we hit 7K. When we hit 7K, we are doing the giveaway immediately, but we're only going to be giving away the prize to those who have shared the post that is pinned on Dinner and a Game for our 7K giveaway. That will be the way you enter. You also have to like and follow the page. That makes you a qualified to win. Okay? To enter the contest, share the pinned post. To win the contest, like and follow. If you share the post, we will be drawing from those who have shared the post. As of right now, there are 59 shares. I guarantee you, 3 of those are me. Okay? And some of those may have been shared multiple times. So there's not that many entries at this point. So you have a great chance of winning if you can get in now, because we are down to under 200. And the way this is going, we're hopefully going to finish that out by the end of the week. The next contest was our Dinner and a Game Twitch follower contest. We're trying to get to 200 followers on Twitch as of right now. Where are we? We are at I hate this tablet.
Oh, on Twitch?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I
Tablet
don't know.
doesn't
Hold on.
like me.
I
Meh.
can't.
Meh,
I
meh,
can
meh,
either
meh.
have that up or Fantasy Grounds.
That's all right. That's okay.
And then
Ugh, tablet. So stupid.
It's a race again.
Usually it'll
race.
tell
No.
me,
It's
but
a race.
112 followers.
Thank you so
It's a
much.
race. It's a race.
112
I see
followers.
113.
We've
I
gained
haven't
a
refreshed it.
follower. So,
Oh yeah, is that one person? Thank
yes.
you.
And so we have 113 followers, which means we're getting close to 200, but we are definitely lagging behind compared to the Facebook contest. So if we can get to 200, when we get to 200 followers, we will do the giveaway for the minis that were for the actual Twitch follower contest, which includes those HD minis. That are well, they're all HD minis, but they look freaking amazing. These are on scale with the what's the name of the mini company that's the WizKids minis they're doing, the mini lines they're doing for Pathfinder and for D&D? They're on par with those minis in quality. They're amazing. So we're going to give away those minis. The 7K giveaway, I would put the value of that package of minis at about $200 to $250. The one for the 200 followers on Twitch is probably about any close to with all the side items and everything like that, probably close to $100. And that's only for following us on Twitch. Now, if you actually choose to subscribe to us on Twitch, we are giving away the full set of the D&D core books in the limited edition set, which means they don't have standard covers, they have foil covers, so they're shiny and they're pretty and they're neat and they sparkle in the sun. And then they come in this collector sleeve, and it comes with a DM screen, which is also a foil item. So everything in this is unique. They're collector's edition, and they are not easy to get a hold of anymore. That's going to be given away on the 5th of September during our Dinner Conversations talk show. We'll be giving away that to one of our subscribers only. So you must be subscribed on Twitch in order to win that prize. If you subscribe to us on Twitch, that's the only point of entry you need for that, is to be subscribed to us on Twitch. We will draw that from our subscribers, and we'll let you know about that on the show on the 5th. That starts at 7 p.m. Central Time. So, and also, of course, Extra Life is still going on. It's going to be going on until November 7th, and we are looking to raise $2,000. We're doing it in two bundles because we're trying to maximize the impact we can have. $1,000 is going to the Extra Life charity local to our area, and I did that local to Jessica and I because we're the ones who got to take them the money. But Extra Life is going to is it Cook County? Oh my goodness, I forgot.
It's Cook County.
Cook County Children's Hospital, which is a local children's hospital in the Fort Worth area that helps with low costs and needy families to help them get medical care for their children. It's an incredible organization. They do great works. And then you also have so we're trying to raise $1,000 for Cook County Children's Hospital, and we're trying to raise $1,000 to go into the Extra Life General Fund that they use to distribute to other hospitals across the country who are in needs of funding as well. So that's $1,000 for one charity, $1,000 is going to one particular hospital, and $1,000 is going into the general Extra Life funds. So that's $2,000 total. We're trying to blow that out of the water. We at Dinner and a Game have already contributed $100 to each. So all we ask is you guys do anything you can. $1 is fine. Whatever. Just please contribute something. We know the times are tight, so whatever you can do. And if you can't contribute, share the link. It's posted up in chat. We're going to put it up on Facebook as well. We have it up on Facebook. We just got to link it up again. And so make sure that gets shared out. Make sure everyone knows about it. Extra Life is an incredibly...
Pin it.
Huh? What?
You need to pin it.
I know. Extra Life is an incredible charity, and they do incredible work, and they need our support, especially during times like this. So, and don't forget, Night's Watch Games in San Antonio, Texas. Go support your local stores. They're going to be they need a lifeline right now because they are our lifeline when we're not in COVID. They are our rocks and our foundation for our gaming community. So we need to support them in any way we can, which means mail order. They'll do curbside pickup. I do believe Night's Watch is still open for business right now with limited availability and seating for games, and they're doing social distancing. Make sure that you can buy local when you can. Do buy local when you can. It is absolutely necessary to support these stores, so they will be around once this is over and life is returning to normal in order to support us just like we supported them. All right? So do what you can, buy local, but above everything, at this time, be safe. If you don't have to go out, don't. It is the only way to really protect yourself. If you have to go out, and I mean have to, you have to work, you have to go do something that you can't get delivered to your house, anything like that, wear a mask. It doesn't just protect you, it protects everyone around you. Do what you can to be part of the solution. Wear a mask, stay home if you can, be careful. We want you to come back and enjoy the show with us. You want you to see what type of work we're putting into it. And if you can do this, not just for the prize, but subscribe. Like and follow and subscribe our Twitch page. Every single dime that we get through Twitch is going to be reinvested into getting us better equipment and getting people the items they need. We're already starting to do that with what we have, but what we have is currently pretty meager. We're putting this together on what we can spare right now. Luckily, right now, thank God everyone's doing okay and we have everything going well. We want to keep that going, and we want to make this show something that we all, including you guys, can be proud of. We want you guys to know that you're the hugest part of this that there ever could be. Without people showing up and watching, we wouldn't have a show, period. And we thank you all so much. And that's why we'll always say the same thing. What?
I was gonna say one little thing because
for it.
I got in trouble if people saw me making crazy faces about 20 minutes ago. It's because apparently my aunt and or my cousin are watching, and I got chastised for making fun of my mom about the boxes on screen.
We weren't making
So
fun.
if my aunt or my cousin are still watching, hi, I love you. Thank you for ratting me out.
We weren't making fun. We were explaining why we were laughing.
Yeah, that's all.
You know what? No.
Yes, that's
just move
family.
on.
Let's let that one go.
Leave that alone.
So, once again, thank you guys for watching. We will be back on next game's Friday night. It's going to be Firefly, where someone happens to be floating away in space. We're not
No,
mentioning
I
any-
made it to the ship.
Hey!
Yeah, but you're floating away
you made
with
it
the
to
ship
a
now.
shuttle.
You
You're
made it
floating
to the
away
shuttle.
with the shuttle.
Whatever.
So-
It's a type of
Oh yeah, someone's floating away with a
Also,
shuttle. Wait, someone's floating with a
shuttle,
shuttle,
and then-
which is the only way the other two can get off the ship that apparently now may or may not have a reaver.
Exactly. I was
Okay.
gonna say, which
All right.
two of us are technically trapped with a reaver?
It's
Possibly.
okay. It's okay. I will find a pipe and beat him to death.
But you know what? I now have my own ship.
Can you
So-
fly
Hey,
the
if we
ship?
don't make it back, if none of us make it back,
She's
Yes,
the
I
pilot.
the pilot's still on the ship.
pilot's
the
on the
pilot
ship.
is still
I
on
know.
the
Oh, I
ship.
know. Why didn't we bring them with us?
Because we both told you not to go. There were reavers. It was stupid.
So on
You
Friday
went.
nights,
There are reavers. Have fun. I have my own ship.
on Friday nights, I run Firefly for these people, and they are gonna be tortured to death. And so that's on Friday nights from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. On Saturdays from 7 p.m. till whenever we finish, we have our dinner conversations, which are our talk show. Shit, I totally forgot what the topic was this week.
Ooh,
I got it.
that's a
Dinner
okay.
convos.
Did we come up with one?
yeah. We have a whole list for a little while.
Oh wait, I know where it is. Oh shit, figures I don't have Discord up because I had all these.
Hey,
I had
hold
all
on,
the
hold
hot
on.
dogs.
Race.
Are they
race.
tacos?
Are they tacos?
No. Shut
I've almost got it.
I'm never gonna get it in time. Damn it.
I probably
come on, my
scrolled
phone.
past it.
It's
I
pinned.
probably
it's
scrolled
pinned,
past
it's
it.
Pinned.
Oh fuck.
It's
Oh, is
pinned.
it pinned?
It's pinned in dinner conversations.
Okay, so it's gonna be
Prep
how much is too much.
Too much and
Too
too
little.
little.
Yep.
I got it right as they
Gotcha.
said it. I got it right as they said it.
So that's gonna be the
I wasn't looking.
Meg wins. Megan already posted it up in chat before you guys ever said it.
That's why we employ Meg.
Yeah, that's why we have her.
As soon as we figure out
You
how to
guys
make
are
Meg's
all,
the
yeah,
best.
you guys are all like mad dashing, and like she's just.
Meg
She's just
has
calmly
it
just
already.
posting it up there, like
mentioned it.
it's like, why would you bitches ever do anything?
I wouldn't
without-
say employ because we don't actually pay her.
We don't pay
but-
anybody.
Nope, but we don't pay.
I mean-
None of us get paid.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, forget it.
But
I
Yes.
pay
we
to have
will
this
if
show.
you subscribe to Twitch.
Just subscribe to our channel,
Just
please.
subscribe to our channel, and we can all get paid and
And
create
please.
better content.
Yes.
And-
you can
and-
see
oh, by the way,
Josh's
one other thing,
mustache even
ladies and
more
gentlemen,
HD.
If you can, share us. Share our Twitch page.
Hey.
Share our Facebook page. Put it out there. Help us get some more viewers. We want people to enjoy the content. We want people to come in and subscribe. We really don't want to have these technical issues anymore. We want to get proper equipment that can handle this, and stop trying to go. stop trying to horseshoe everything every single week and make sure that it doesn't crash. We had a few good weeks there, but now we're having issues again. So please subscribe if you can. Like and follow us. We are still trying to get our Patreon going, but I'm thinking actually of opening our Patreon early and just removing all the high tier stuff. And just giving the lowest tier stuff that we can actually complete now.
Also,
Mhm.
does Evan want to give the name that he came up with for our fans?
Oh, yes.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
I
Evan
love
came up
it.
with a name
I
for
love
a
it
name
so
for our
much. And
fans.
Evan did it, so I want Evan to reveal it.
Yeah, I came up with the name for the fans. It's Daggers, spelled Daagers, like dinner and a game-ers. And it doubles as dinner and a gamers.
Mhm.
It works both ways.
But it's daggers. And
Daggers.
I love it so
And
much.
Shatner decided to
It's
come
so
say
good.
hi to me, and he's telling me it's time to go to bed. So,
Yep.
ladies and gentlemen, once again, be careful, be safe, come back. We want to see you again. We want to entertain you again. We want you to join us for our stories. Oh, I almost forgot. And we also have Sundays. The illustrious Josh Runyon. Wow, it's really hard to figure out which way is up. Up there in the far upper left corner there, Josh Runyon runs Curse of Strahd. And I get to play! So,
Don't forget about Thursdays.
Huh?
This Thursday.
Oh, yes!
Oh,
And
we
this-
can announce that now
yes,
finally.
Yes, because it's finally locked in. This
'Cause it is.
Thursday, the 20th, there will be no Critical Role. And for those of you who don't know, we are massive fans of Critical Role. We watch almost every single Thursday. But since there's no show
all
this Thursday,
critics.
and we figured that people would want to have something to watch, we have asked the admins for the Critical Role Texas Facebook page, Facebook fans page, if they would like me to run a one-shot for them. So I am going
And
to...
three of us are participating.
3 of them are participating, so we need 3 more cast members, which we'll pull out of a hat, I guess, and or we'll roll off for it, something along those lines.
Something. We'll
But,
figure something
yeah,
out.
So, but we're doing a one shot, and it's going to be all level 15 characters with 1 legendary item each, and then magical equipment across the boards. Otherwise, whatever a 15th level character would probably have at that point, and then they're going to be doing a one shot run by me. And I am going to be pulling out all the stops.
Oh, it's going to be brutal, and I'm so excited.
So, and we are going to have that on Thursday, in which we normally don't have a broadcast because we're normally sitting around watching someone else do it better.
True.
So, but you guys want to tune in for that? We're gonna post that up on the Facebook page. We're gonna post that up into the our Twitter, and we're gonna post that up onto our Instagram to get everything out there. And we are.
And thank you, Jordan and Jerry, for being the 2 who committed to playing with us.
Yay!
Yay!
But in the meantime, everyone have a very good night. Come back and see us next time. Always remember, no matter what, we will always save you a seat at the table. Yay!
Yeah, get your grub on.
Good night,
Put your
guys.
mask on.
Oh,
Oh,